Hello everyone, I'm JustHearMeowt. Welcome to my channel. Day 5 of the Brian Walshe trial is in the trash, and I have to say the prosecution officially has me concerned with their trial strategy. They are presenting evidence in the most dull and disconnected ways, and the defense is taking every opportunity to make things seem ambiguous. Most of the testimony we are reviewing today comes from Brian's cell phones, and the lack of key questions being asked by the prosecution to their own witnesses is actually dumbfounding at this point. But at least I've got it all condensed down to 1.5 hours. And if you don't have time to watch 8 hours of court each day, then this live session is for you, because you'll get everything you could want or need right here in less than a quarter of the time. If you don't know who Brian Walshe is, he's a moron who's on trial for the murder of his wife, Anna, who disappeared on New Year's Day, January 2023. Now you might ask, well, how do we know she's dead if she was never found? Well, she wasn't found because Brian dismembered her body and got rid of it in local area dumpsters. And that's not an allegation. He literally changed his plea to guilty on the charges related to lying to the police and dismembering her body just a few weeks before the trial began. But Brian is adamant that while he might have cut up his dead wife's body, he did not murder her. This is somewhat hard to believe, considering this genius used his MacBook to do Google searches such as, quote, can he be charged with murder without a body, end quote, quote, best way to dispose of body parts after a murder, and other searches related to the removal of DNA evidence, etc. And apparently went to the murder blog. The prosecution should be tying all of their questioning back to these searches and pointing out the lack of normal searches that should be there if he didn't actually murder his wife. And of course, before we begin, for those of you who are just joining us for the first time, this is a commentary channel meant to entertain and enlighten and inform, which means, of course, I will be pausing and talking during the video. And if you do enjoy what you see here, consider subscribing so you don't miss out on any of the fun. Make sure to check out the different playlists in the description of this video about the different subjects we cover, such as Sarah Boone, Lauren Armstrong, Diane Downs. The list is getting bigger every day. Basically, if they're an idiot and a criminal, we're going to cover them. So hello to everyone who's here with us live in the chat, and hello to the replay crew. Please remember to hit the like button so we can avoid all unnecessary situations that would follow. All right, let's go. Everyone, welcome. Well, we've got day 5 here. I think the prosecution is in trouble at this point. Not of him being acquitted, but they are well behind the 8 ball, or I don't know if that's good or bad, but it should not even be close. And the defense is continuing to make it seem like this is a confusing case in terms of the evidence. I don't know. Did you guys watch it all today on the cross?
Oh, we're on. I don't know. You didn't say hello to us yet. So
yeah. Oh, I thought I did. Hello.
I didn't. All I saw was Lazy Gamer, who was like, I don't know. I feel like the defense is making some gains here. And I was like, wow.
Yeah, this is a total shooting yourself in the foot by the prosecutor. Not only did they leave the door open for stuff stupidly, but they didn't ask any of the right questions again. I don't get it. So we've got an hour and a half of testimony here. We better get started on it. But this is from the beginning. This is starting with yesterday, the digital expert, where we're talking about Brian's phones. So, yeah, let's go. And I've tried to cut out most of it with the evidence going back and forth. So let's see.
Keefe, last name Keefe.
And sir, where do you work?
I am a trooper for the Massachusetts State Police.
How long have you been a trooper with the Massachusetts State Police?
8 years.
And do you work within a certain unit of the State Police?
Yes, I do.
What unit do you work for?
I work for the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office.
And what do you do there, sir?
I am a homicide investigator, digital forensic examiner, and cell phone record analyst.
Now,
they look pretty stupid, but only in certain parts, and not as stupid as They should look.
On Thursday of January 5th, 2023, did you have the opportunity to become involved in an investigation into the disappearance of Anna Walshe?
Yes, I did.
Where did you go on the 5th?
I went to Cohasset Police Department.
And why did you go to the Cohasset Police Department?
I was asked to analyze Verizon cell phone records associated with Anna Walshe.
And are you familiar with the concept of pinging a phone?
Yes.
Can you tell us what that is? Looking at these records, sir, were you able to come to a conclusion as to the last time, based on these records, what the general direction of the phone was when it interacted with the network on January 2nd at 3:14 a.m.?
It was from the cell site, the tower. It was southwest in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway.
So it was in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway?
Yes, sir.
All right.
That is the subscriber under this account for this phone number. Walshe Anna.
Okay. So my question to you is, after that time of 3:14 a.m. on January 2nd, 2023, according to the records, were you able to identify any other incidences where the phone or the handset had any interactions with the Verizon network?
Yeah.
Yes?
That would be January 2nd, 2023 at 4:13 a.m.,
Okay.
which means they were not able to provide an estimated distance of the device. So there was a signaling event between the tower and the device, but they were unable to provide an estimated distance of the device.
Are there any other...
All right, so I know it's sped through a lot of that. The first one, it gave a reading of how far away it was from the tower and what direction, so they could tell it was by the house. The second one, it interacted with the network, but there was no direction or distance information.
interactions from Verizon after that event?
Yes.
What was the final interaction that you were able to determine from the Verizon network? Or not interaction, the final activity of the Verizon network according to these records?
January 4th, 2023 at 4:14 a.m.
Yes. What happened at that time according to the data?
There was a signaling event, but signaling event from the network Verizon to the device, but they were unable to complete that transaction.
The network sent out a signal, but the device...
I mean, people must love the drumming because there's only 54 of us here and there's only 30 likes.
Let people get comfortable.
That's a pretty high percentage.
Well, I know, but I'm saying the people that are here, I assume right now are
How many people are here?
50,
Are you sure?
51.
It seems like a lot of people to come watch you. I don't know, just saying.
It did surprise me as well.
Just saying, count your blessings. That's all I'm saying.
Essentially, yes.
Okay. So what do you do on the 6th on this case?
And I received 3 devices from Lieutenant John Fanning. I received an iPhone 13 mini, an iPad 6, and an iPad 6 mini.
Who was your understanding the owner was?
Brian Walshe. I began analyzing data from December 25th, 2022 through the date of I received them January 6th.
Did you ever have a second opportunity to download this data from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
When did you do that?
Trooper Nick Areno did that, I believe, in January 9th.
Okay. Are you familiar with the term native location data as it applies to iPhones?
Yes, sir.
Can you tell us what it is?
Yes, so native location in iOS, Apple iOS operating system. Location is made up of location services on the Apple device, and location services are made up of GPS satellite, Bluetooth beacons, wireless connections, and cell tower information.
So native location data, how is that different than the Verizon data you just talked about?
So this is data taken directly from the device, and the other data is from a cell phone provider.
Okay. And so which one is more specific as far as a location?
The native location data. January 5th, 2023, the iPhone 13 mini was approximately 8 a.m. The device was in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway. And at approximately 9:30 a.m., the device is in the area of 330 Paradise Road, Swampcott, Massachusetts.
Are you aware of any of Mr. Walsh's relatives that live in and around 330 Paradise Road?
Yes.
Who?
His mother, Diana Walshe.
Now, where does that device travel in that area on January 5th, 2023 of 330 Paradise Road?
It is stationary in the southeast corner of the apartment complex where there is a large trash compactor.
Can you tell from the data you saw whether or not the iPhone 13 mini went into the buildings of 330 Paradise Road that morning?
I do not believe so.
Now, did you ever have the ability to compare this data from January 5th, 2023 of the iPhone 13's native location data to its native location data, say, of December 27th, 2022?
Yes.
And when you look at the native location data from December 27th, 2022, can you determine whether or not the phone goes inside 330 Paradise Road?
Can't determine if it physically goes inside the building, but it's in a different area.
You're absolutely right, Cam Galton. Hear Me Out uses the stick rather than the carrot approach to get that like button up.
Hi, Kim.
So this is, I was always wondering, well, how exactly did they find the trash? They know the body went into the trash, right? It's because he went to these 3 dumpsters at different apartments. He's such an idiot. What? Dump it all in one. What are you doing? Like, it doesn't matter if they only find one arm or something, right? If they find any of it, you're screwed. So just put it in there.
Yeah, just put it all at once.
You're
Does that
actually
make it
making it
worse?
more likely that you're going to get caught by putting it in multiple locations.
Yeah, I don't think he was thinking straight
No.
Or thinking at all.
at all, ever.
In the general area of the building as opposed to the southeast corner.
Now, as far as the location that you're determining of the phone, based on the data from January 5th, what day are you examining this data that you see this?
Could you repeat the question?
Yeah, it's not really a worded question, so good for you. So what day were you looking at this phone's data?
That would be that weekend, January 8th, 9th of 2023.
And so when you saw that it was in and around a dumpster on 330 Paradise Road, did you alert anyone?
Yes, sir.
Who'd you alert?
I alerted my immediate supervisor.
Look,
Northwest NW, it worked. No body found. Well, it would have been better for him if he had managed to get the bag with all the weapons in it into the one that went to the incinerator. Right, one of them went to an incinerator, but all the murder weapons were left that they could find, along with the Tyvek suits.
They were
Chicken
not
Shake
murdered.
wants ex-Derek to know that she may be wearing pants or a skirt.
Oh,
That's all.
For sex, Derek.
sex Derek,
Right,
gotcha.
that's very, not to be confused with.
I want to take off your shirt and bra.
Sorry, I interrupted you.
Oops.
I apologize.
I want to move my hands down to your skirt or pants.
There we go. That's the right one.
There it is.
Sorry, I just had to.
looking at this on January 1st, 2023, that's the date you've put these points.
Well, Northwest NW, the dumpster was emptied, wasn't it? They found it at no, never mind. Two of them weren't.
Points in.
Correct.
What is the significance of the red dots?
That signifies that this was the data from the iPhone SE.
What is the significance of the red dot 2?
That was the line of data from the Excel. That's what the 2 represents. And this is the data from the iPhone SE.
Okay. Now, what is the date and time corresponding to that line of data?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 5:07 p.m.
Where is the device located according to the native location data at 5:07 p.m. on January 1st?
In the southeast, at the landing at Vinton Square Apartments at 330 Paradise Road, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
And what is the significance, or what is the date and time you have with the red? What is the significance of the red dot 3?
That represents the native location data from the iPhone SE.
Okay. What is the date and time of the native location data that corresponds to the location of that line of code?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 5:41 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
The area of Lowe's Home Improvement in Danvers, Massachusetts.
What is the significance of the red dot 4?
January 1st, 2023 at approximately 6:24 p.m.
And where is the phone located at 6:24 p.m. on January 1st?
In the parking lot of CVS Santander Bank in Danvers, Massachusetts. This represents January 1st, 2023 at approximately 6:53 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
In the Stop and Shop Plaza in Swampscott, Massachusetts. January 1st, 2023 at 8:08 p.m.
And where is it located?
In the Stop and Shop Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts. On January 1st, 2023 at 8:31 p.m. It is located in the area of 516 Chief Justice Cushing Highway, Cohasset, Massachusetts. January 2nd, 2023 at 9:30 a.m., approximately 9:30 a.m.
And where is the phone located according to point 12?
In the Home Goods TJ Maxx parking lot in Norwell, Massachusetts. To distinguish between the iPhone SE and the iPhone 13, this data from the iPhone 13 mini is blue, highlighted in blue. That is January 2nd.
So I don't know if you can see there. It's very small, but if you look in this, see how there's the parking lot to the left, and in the corner, or this corner over here, you can see a little red dot. That's the iPhone SE. And then right in front of the store, in the middle of it, there's a little blue dot. That's the iPhone 13 mini. This moron is walking around with 2 phones.
The one of the person he murdered.
Well, I think that maybe, I thought the iPhone SE was his son's.
Oh, maybe.
Oh.
Yeah, or son's, in quotes, bought on December.
It's almost like I was just going to say that might not be stupid if he said he was out with a kid, but then there's cameras, and also he's fucked everything up so much that even a smart move doesn't
Right.
matter.
And he has claimed that his iPhone 13 mini is lost and that he finds it later in the kid's bedroom, which, again,
You mean his mini iPhone?
his mini iPhone, or his mini pad.
2023 at approximately 4:15 p.m.
And where is the phone located according to this line of data 1716?
In the entrance parking lot of Home Depot, located in Rockland, Massachusetts. January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 5:14 p.m.
And what phone number is this for?
The number ending in 8646.
And where is it located?
The Derby Street Shops by Shake Shack in Hingham, Massachusetts. January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 6 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Stop and Shop Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts represents the native location of the iPhone 13 mini.
And what is the date and time that corresponds to that data?
January 2nd, 2023 at approximately 6:13 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Walgreens Shaw's Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts. January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 4:30 p.m.
And where is this phone located?
The device is in the area of the Claremont Apartments in Chestnut Glen in Abington, Massachusetts. January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 4:48 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 4:48 p.m.
And where is the phone located?
The Point Apartments in Abington, Massachusetts. January 3rd, 2023 at approximately 5:14 p.m. The Chatham West Apartments in Brockton, Massachusetts. January 4th, 2023 at approximately 9:44 a.m.
And where is the phone located?
The Home Goods TJ Maxx Plaza in Norwell, Massachusetts.
Okay.
January 4th, 2023 at approximately 12:47 p.m.
And where is it located?
The Shaw's Walgreens Plaza in Cohasset, Massachusetts. January 4th, 2023 at approximately 4:25 p.m.
And where is it located, sir?
The Lowe's Home Improvement in Weymouth, Massachusetts. January 5th, 2023 at approximately 9:30 a.m.
And where is the phone located?
The southeast corner next to a large trash compactor.
Of what area?
The Vinnon Square Apartments. The landing at Vinnon Square Apartments at 330 Paradise Road, Swampscott, Massachusetts.
What do you do to corroborate native location data?
We use cell site location information. So from the provider, again, we use LPRs and surveillance video.
Okay. LPRs? What are those?
License plate readers.
Okay. Now, in addition to getting native location data, did you have the opportunity to review the search history from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
Okay. Did you create a report of the search history of the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
When I say search history, what is the search engine the iPhone 13 mini was using?
The Safari web browser.
I'm sorry, I should have said that. What browser is it using?
Safari.
Okay. So if I'm wrong, correct me.
Yes, sir.
All right. So it's using the Safari web browser to go onto the internet.
Yes.
And so how is this different than, say, the internet history if this is just the search history?
So this would just be the search terms related to Safari. So the term entered on Safari, whereas the web history would include pages visited, the amounts visited. It would have more details.
And with the web history, did you also create a select report for the web history of the iPhone 13 mini for December 31st at approximately 9:30 a.m.?
Yes. Okay. This is the Safari search history of the iPhone 13 mini. That is December 25th, 2022 through January 4th, 2023.
Okay. In the web history, what time frame does that cover?
That was just December 31st, 2022.
Around 9:30 a.m.
Yes.
So I don't know if you picked up on that. They did the search history from the 25th of December through January, whatever it was, for what he's typing into Safari. But then they only did the morning of the 31st for web history. Why? Why did you only pull one? That's what I'm saying. It's unnecessarily sketch. Why are you just doing one day?
Well, had you watched the Karen Reed trial, this would all make more sense. Not sense, but it wouldn't be surprising. It's the
I just
laziest,
don't understand
most
what they're
corrupt
doing.
bunch of motherfuckers in the world, for real. In the country, at least.
Yeah, I mean, this is a gift to the defense. Why are you doing this? It looks like you're covering something when there's nothing to cover.
In Safari web history, Apple iPhone 13 mini, December 31st, 2020.
Yeah, I cut 3 hours down to a half hour.
8:28 a.m.
You're welcome.
31.
You're welcome. Chicken shite, $10. I appreciate these edits so much. Thanks, hear me out. Makes my mornings tolerable. You're welcome.
That was good.
The date is December 25th, 2022 at 11:52 a.m.
And what is
Hello.
the value?
Check a flight JetBlue.
And so value, what does that mean as far as, just so we're clear, what is value? How is value created
Value
on the phone?
search term entered by the user of the device.
Okay, so it's not being generated by the phone. It's not being generated automatically by the phone. The user is inputting the value.
Yes, sir.
Okay. What is the date and time of item 21?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:09 p.m.
And what is the value inputted into the phone?
William Fastow, DC Real Estate.
And could we scroll down to item 27? What is the date and time of item 27 on page 3?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:09 p.m.
So here's the reason I didn't watch the retrial, Forever Wander. She says, hear me out, you would have been raging if you watched the retrial. These people are not smart. But was it funny stupidity? That's the thing.
Oh yeah, but it's not. Listen, it was very heavy legal stuff. Like the only reason I finally got into it is because that's all there was. That's all I had to look at, you know.
Right.
And so I just got sucked in. And you would enjoy it a lot, or you would have. It's not as interesting somehow when something's already done, but there was a lot of. I mean, they had some experts. They had. You want to talk about texts being read aloud? I mean, we had to hear these like pseudo romantic texts
Oh yeah, I heard about that. The text me like
I'm not an easy person to get to know, LOL. What are you doing? People say I'm a private guy, LOL. What are you wearing? You know.
Yeah.
You would have enjoyed
it was corrupt. I don't know. Well, I mean, every time I tuned in, I was just so lost and so bored. I'm like,
yeah,
I don't care.
It was hard to get involved. It was.
Versus like a Robert Tellis, I can laugh at him on the stand the entire, like, you know what I mean?
Right.
I need to be able to laugh at the defendant overall.
That was the problem here. You couldn't. Because she, you know, first of all, didn't take the stand and wasn't an asshole.
Right.
At least we would know it because she didn't take the stand.
And what is the value input into the phone?
William Fastow, DC Real Estate.
What is the date and time on item 35?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:22 p.m.
And what is the value input into the phone?
Anna Walsh, Tishman, Spire.
What is the date and time stamp for item 43?
Okay.
December 25th, 2022, 12:28 p.m.
What is the value input into the phone?
Christmas Day plane crash.
What is
This is weird.
What?
He's searching if there's been a plane crash, right? Because his wife isn't there or something. But
Well, I think he was hoping.
well, what doesn't make sense, and I'm going to spoil it here. They don't go over it. They don't point out, like, why wasn't he calling her? Right? Why didn't he call her before starting to search plane crash? Or, I mean, I don't know.
I mean, we know why. That's why I think the accident he was looking at, because he was like hoping he would. That to me kind of, I don't know, could almost be toward premeditation, because I feel like he's like, oh, maybe she's dead.
Yeah, wishful thinking.
Yeah.
date and time stamp for item 50 on page 4?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:31 p.m.
And what is the
Sorry, what was the time of that one? Let's look at that again.
stamp for item 43?
December 25th, 2022, 12:28 p.m.
What is the value input into the phone?
Christmas Day plane crash.
What is the date and time stamp for item 50 on page 4?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:31 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad Tishman Spire.
What is the date and time stamp for item 50 on page 4?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:31 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad Tishman Spire.
What is the date and time stamp of item 53?
December 25th, 2022, 12:45 p.m.
And these aren't repeated audio clips. He's searching it more than once at the same time. It's like when you hit it and you search it, and then he does it again for whatever reason.
And what is the value that is input?
Anna Walsh, found dead.
What is the date and time stamp of item 57?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:46 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad.
Sir, what is the date and time stamp of item 193?
December 25th, 2022 at 8:28 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Autobahn.
Wait a minute. I think I got my timestamp mixed up here. Put my timestamp before the other one.
December 25th, 2022, 12:45 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Anna Walsh, found dead.
What is the date and time stamp of item 57?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:46 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad.
Sir, what is the date and time stamp of item 193?
December 25th, 2022 at 8:28 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Autobahn.
What is the date and time stamp of item 316?
December 27th, 2022.
And what is the value that's put in?
It was at 6:57 a.m. and the value was all my exes.
Is it fair to say that's all my exes live in Texas?
Yes, sir.
Did he say the 26th?
I don't know.
It's going so fast.
It was at 6:57 a.m. and the value was all my exes.
Then item 316.
December 27th, 2022.
And what is the value that's put in?
It was at 6:57 a.m. and the value was all my exes.
Is it fair to say that's all my exes live in Texas?
Yes, sir.
Are you familiar with that being a song?
Yes, I believe so.
Okay, what is the date and time stamp of 804?
December 29th, 2022 at 9:13 p.m.
And what is the value put into the phone?
Mazda Building, Washington.
What is the date and time for item 813?
December 29th, 2022 at 9:15 p.m.
And what is the value that is input into the phone?
Mazda Building, Washington, D.C.
Scrolling down to 820, what is the timestamp for 820?
9:15 p.m.
And what day?
Sorry, December 29th, 2022, 9:15 p.m.
And what is the value input?
Crossing Building, Washington, D.C.
Sir, what is the date and time on item 1271?
That is January 2nd, 2023 at 6:42 p.m.
And what is the
January 2nd, 12:42. Is that what he said?
6:42 p.m.
And what is the value?
Building, Washington, D.C.
Sir, what is the date and time on item 1271?
That is January 2nd, 2023 at 6:42 p.m.
And what is the value that is input?
I'm good.
And looking at item 1274, what is the timestamp for that?
It is January 3rd, 2023 at 11:25 a.m.
And what is the value that is input into the phone?
Washington, D.C. Police. January 3rd, 2023 at 7:23 p.m.
And what
7:23 p.m. This was the 3rd, right? I'm just making notes to compare it with the other stuff.
7:23 p.m.
and
2023 at 7:23 p.m.
into the phone?
Washington, D.C. Police. It is January 3rd, 2023 at 7:23 p.m.
And what is the value put into it?
How to file a missing persons report.
Okay.
January 3rd, 2023 at 7:27 p.m.
And what is the value?
Washington, D.C. Police Department.
Eight.
January 4th, 2023 at 10:11 a.m.
And what is the value that was input at that time?
The Crossing Wash.
Aye.
January 4th, 2023, 10:14 a.m.
And what is the value that was put in?
Mazda Building, Washington, D.C.
Oop.
January 4th, 2023, 10:15 a.m.
And what is the value that is input?
Jeff Chad Tishman.
Or?
January 4th, 2023, 10:56 a.m.
And what is the value that is put in there?
Will Fasto.
And then underneath that, is there a different spelling of Fasto for item 1415?
Yes.
And
January 4th, 2023 at 1:24 p.m.
and then underneath that is item 1439. What is the timestamp for that?
Sorry. January 4th, 2023 at 1:26 p.m.
And this looks different than the other values. What is this?
This was a search from Apple Maps. Sorry.
So when you see that bolded result, is that saying it's from Apple Maps?
Yes, you can see the source file, Apple Maps.
So that's different than Knowledge C, and that's different than Safari.
Yes.
Okay.
January 4th, 2023, 2:49 p.m.
And what is the value that is put in there?
I'm good.
And what is the URL in item number 1?
casinos.bally's.com/Lincoln.
And what is the last visited time and date?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:28 a.m.
As far as the searches, or I'm sorry, as far as the web history for the device,
Was that
for items,
9?
did you notice device?
9:28 a.m.
As far as the searches, or I'm sorry, as far as the web history for the device, for items 1 through 12, what did you notice about the URLs?
They contained the casinos.bally's.com URL.
And after .com, there's a backslash. What's the next word?
Oh, sorry, Lincoln.
Now,
The URL was mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
and what is the date and timestamp for 13?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
Through items 30 to item 34.
Again, they contain the mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
And what is the timestamp for item 25?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:30 a.m.
To items 38 and 39. On items 38 and 39, did you notice about the URLs?
Again, it was the mgmspringfield.mgmresorts.com.
And what is the date and timestamp for item 38?
December 31st, 2022, 9:31 a.m.
Did you have the opportunity to, through Celebrite, look at text messaging or messaging in the phone?
Okay. Real quick.
Yeah, that
So
was
again,
thrilling.
Well, yeah, I know. That's what I'm saying. The prosecution's boring everyone to fucking death.
This is
There's no connection between the data and like its importance or any patterns, right?
like if I'm on the jury, I would have no clue what was the purpose of all that.
Right. So on the 25th, on Christmas Day, for some reason, he searches what was the first? 1223 was I put PC, but I don't know what I put there. 1231 he searched Jeff.
Plane crash. Plane crash.
Plane crash. Okay, thank you. 12 his first search is plane crash. Then 8 minutes later he searches Jeff Chad at Tishman whatever twice. And then 12:45, which is 22 minutes after the plane crash, is Anna Walsh found dead. Then a minute later, searching again for Jeff at 12:46 p.m. Then that night, 8:28 p.m. Autobahn, which is a car thing. 2 days later, 6:50. I mean, we don't know that this is all the activity. This is just the one they're calling out, right? They're choosing to call these out. But if you look at later on the 27th, the 29th at 9:13 p.m. He searches for the Mesa building twice. and then the Crossing building, which are properties that Tishman oversees or something. But that's the same searching he does on the 4th. Rapid succession. So I don't even know what he's looking up because he does the searches within a minute of each other.
What was the day that he called that guy, the boyfriend? Do you know?
That's the 4th.
Okay.
On the day of the 4th, he did the same set of searches. Crossing, Walshe, Washington, Mazda building, Jeff Chad, then 1056, Will Fasto. 3 hours later, different spelling. Then he goes on Google Maps 2 minutes later, which would help if we had the URL data of what he got, because you could see he probably looked up, found an address, right? So then he looks on Google Maps. But the weirdest thing is, why is he so on the second at 6:42 p.m. on the 2nd, he's looking up the movie I'm Good. And then he looks it up again on the does he really want to see this movie or something?
Well, he's probably having a conversation with someone like you did last night about a scene. Like, what movie was that?
Shawshank.
No, when we were talking about
Yeah.
scary
Now
movie.
I forgot what movie it was, but the finger thing. Was
Role Models.
great.
No, I'm Good was in the theater, I think, though. Let's see here.
Okay, well, maybe his kid wanted to go. I don't know anything about it.
Sorry, it was from 2018.
It would be nice if, the prosecution told us why this mattered.
Yeah, or why anything. Like, maybe if that's not important, but, maybe they will. I don't know.
I mean, what is the point of searching the I'm Good movie? A career-ending injury. That's a short. I'm Good movie, 2018.
The thing that bothers me about the searches that he does that I don't understand, or the searches that he does that he didn't do, is that the searches most of them, or the important ones, are so obvious. They're like rapid succession, stream of consciousness, they spell out exactly what he did and what he was thinking. So when that's not there, I'm like, what's this?
Yeah,
right?
and what you mean when hold on one second.
Yeah. When he's like, how am I supposed to murder my wife now? How do I get rid of the body now that I've murdered her?
Right, yes. And he's just going through.
Right. And then all of a sudden it's like, really? You're looking up some movie and,
And it would be lovely if the prosecution would tell us why this was important.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm Good
Or
movie
not.
release date. Looks like it was re-released in 2022. 2021 US release. So whatever. What is the point of this? Why did they call it out?
Thank you. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
No, I understand what you're saying. I'm just saying, this is why are you asking or calling out I'm Good versus, were there any searches in the
all my exes live in Texas. What the hell was that about?
Yeah.
They think it's scoring points or something? How about, was there any searches about
searches, and for some reason they're bringing it up?
See, I thought when they did the MacBook, they weren't pointing it out because it's going to be an iPhone. But now that they've shown us the iPhone Safari searches and be like, did he search anything about sudden death? No. Like, why are you not asking these questions?
Also, it looks like, I forgot to mention this, but it looks like, remember you were talking about, are they going to start blaming the vaccine for this now? Looks like they might be blaming Legionnaires.
Yeah, but how do you find Legionnaires? What? Why wouldn't you search Legionnaires disease? You don't even need to prove that she was healthy. You could say she was sick or something.
You already proved she was healthy.
Yeah, all right.
She literally had an exam for insurance just because she was tired or whatever. I mean, don't Tammy Daybell me, We've been there before. It's nonsense.
And why did they bring up the 1231 searches after? That's out of order. Why didn't they bring it up in the middle? Oh, because that was URLs. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yes,
And then when I say the phone, I'm talking about the iPhone 13 mini.
correct.
And what is the time frame of that?
This is January 5th, 2023.
So now we're going to get into the text messages.
The Commonwealth called Connor Keith. Sir, can I ask your name?
So now he's back. This is today, day 5. He's back on the stand.
Could you please spell your last name?
Yes, it is Connor Keefe. Last name
I feel like it
that is
should
from
be
Brian Walsh.
No, sorry. I think there wasn't a jump. This is still yesterday.
And who is it to?
And I don't know why they don't call out the names when they're reading these. Like, I was confused. Like, even editing it, they would say it, oh, belongs to this person. And then I would have to go back and be like, wait a minute, what?
The number ending in
Whose number is
2005
this?
with the contact paint associated.
What is the body of the text?
Hello, Brian Walsh.
So
51.
this is that text he sent to the painter person. We already
And
saw
this
it.
is direct from the prosecution, obviously.
Right. Yes.
Chief Justice Cushing Highway, 617-939-8646. New address from last time. Thank you.
And can you tell whether or not this text was actually sent?
Chicken Shite says, hear me out. I did your high school test at work. No one said chop up the body. Everyone said call 911.
Interesting.
Go figure.
Yeah.
Yes.
How so?
The status in the bottom left says
And so then there's a time and date at the bottom. What is that indicative? What is that telling you?
the date and time the text message was sent.
Sir, looking at this message, who is the sender of it?
Brian Walsh.
To who?
The contact of paint.
And the final text, who is sending it?
Brian Walsh.
And what does the body of it say?
Good morning. Let me know about the ceiling. Best, Brian.
What was the date and time of that text?
January 6th, 2023, 7:49 a.m.
Sir, who's sending the first text in this thread?
Brian Walsh.
And can you tell us the body of this text?
Hello, I called MGH South Shore Hospital, Brigham and Women's. They don't have Anna. Thank you for your support, Brian. Please let us know if you have any updates.
What was now under this, it says, there's a section that says delivered. So what's the significance of blue?
It is an incoming text message.
And incoming to the 8646 number.
That is correct.
And what is the body of this text?
Hugh Dunleavy, 1-347-913-2053.
And this text, this has a red line on it. What does that mean?
That's when the message was read on the device.
And I don't know why the camera people aren't showing the message. Court TV, you're dropping the ball. Show us what's on screen.
Is this Brian telling someone that they didn't find her at some hospital?
Yeah.
And did he call the hospital?
You don't know. They didn't ask.
Who cares?
They haven't told us.
No, I'm saying they did not ask if
They
the
didn't-
hospital
We
was
don't
called.
know. Right.
We don't know because they didn't ask. Did you find
Right.
any calls for
I
hospital?
mean, I would be curious to know that, right?
Did you find any? Were there any
Did
911
he
calls?
call the hospital or did he just somehow know that she wasn't there because he killed her?
Right. I mean, I don't understand. This is practically
Now I get
malfeasance. But I'm putting this on the prosecutor. Like, this is
Of
more the
course.
prosecutor problem. This isn't the law
No,
enforcement
this is a
necessarily.
favor for the defense.
Yes.
And in addition, there's a status. Does that also indicate it's red?
Yes, sir.
And
I mean, they're still hyper focused on proving that you lied to the police. We already know that.
A given. He's been lying to the police since he was born.
And he already said it
And
at the
he admitted it.
beginning. He lied on
Now
the
we need
tape.
those little details, like you were saying, like
Yes.
then the last timestamp, what is that telling you?
That's when it was delivered. 05.
And can you read the body of this text?
Hi, Brian. I believe Hugh has been in touch with you and understand the police are taking over. I adore Anna, thinking of you and the boys. Please let me know if you need anything. Teresa.
And can you tell if this text was read?
Yes,
At what time?
it was January 4th, 2023 at 8:10 p.m.
Who's sending this next text, sir?
This is Brian Walsh.
Or the phone associated with Brian Walsh.
Yes, the phone associated with Brian Walsh.
And just to be clear, you don't know who's sending the actual text.
No, the prosecution sucks.
You just know the phone is sending it.
Correct.
Okay. And so can you read the body?
There's jumping around to the dates. They're going by contact instead of by date, right? Like they're not naming names ahead of time. Like it's.
Body of the text.
Good evening, Teresa. Thank you for your support.
I mean, just comparing this to like the case of like Chandler Halderson or Daryl Brooks, right? They had so much information they had to get in there and make it make sense in terms of how everything fit together, and they did it flawlessly. These guys have a gift wrapped Google search, and they're.
I can't help but wonder if everything that's going on with this Commonwealth right now has anything to do with it somehow. Like they have this very big case that makes them not look good. They just had Karen Reed. That's the only thing I can think of.
I don't know what
I don't know.
During these difficult days, the private investigators wanted to know if Anna had any vacation days this week. Thank you again. Best, Brian. P.S. We adore Anna too. Looking forward to her coming home soon. And she spoke very highly of you always. I am.
And when was this text delivered?
And this is a different attorney than the Karen Reed trial, I assume, right?
Yeah, different
Okay,
attorney,
prosecutor.
different prosecutor, different judge.
Okay,
January
Just same
5th, 20.
investigators, like same department.
same courthouse though, right?
I think it's the same courtroom. I'm not sure, but I think so.
Okay.
2023
Same courthouse, yes.
at 4:12 p.m.
Can we scroll down to the final text?
46.
And sir, what's the body of this text?
Last question. Are there Tishman Spire personnel at the Mazda building? Thanks.
And when was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:17 p.m.
Was that January what?
When was this text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 4:17 p.m.
I mean, well, this is. See, I know what the defense will say, Legionnaire's disease, because there was an outbreak, right? But it would seem like you would search again for Legionnaire's disease, and you would, if you knew that, because your wife would have had to tell you that beforehand, right? So you already had this Legionnaire's disease idea. Why are you not calling the doctor or 911 thinking it might be from sickness? Why are you cutting up the body and then looking for the status on these buildings for some reason?
And I don't think you just drop dead of Legionnaires. I'm pretty sure you're hospital, you're sick first, and
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Is this an additional report of text messages you created from the iPhone 13 mini?
Yes.
And this corresponds to a contact. What's the contact name?
Alyssa?
And the other phone number associated with this text thread is 8646?
Yes.
And 8646 is Brian. Come on, dude.
Sir.
Like, if you're on the jury, I was able to see that because I connected. I was like, oh, yeah, his number's up there. Why are you not saying Brian's phone number? This is Brian's number?
This is blue, this top text. Who's sending it?
The number ending in 2189.
And what is the body of this text?
Thank you so much, Brian. Happy New Year. Hope you're well. 4.
And when was this read?
January 2nd, 2023, 3:05 p.m. 46.
And sir, on this text, what does the body say?
Hello. I know we did this a week ago, but have you heard from Anna?
And when was this delivered?
January 3rd, 2023 at 10:34 a.m.
And what is the body of this text?
Hey, Brian. Sorry for the delay. Was sleep.
That's interesting as well. I know we did this a week ago, so he must be referencing Christmas. But why aren't we seeing those texts?
Well, because that asshole probably didn't even check. I don't know.
Sleeping. I have the flu. Super sick. I texted with Anna on New Year's Day, but no, haven't heard from her. Is she working today? She's usually running around super busy with work.
And what was the date and time that this was read?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
And what is the body of this?
You're right. I'll let you know when she calls. Feel better soon.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
January 3rd, 2023, 12:51 p.m.
And what is the body of this text?
Did you ever hear back? Question mark.
What is the date and time that it was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:10 a.m.
Okay. January 4th, he gets the message. Right. It was, what was the message? Did you ever hear back? Right?
Yeah.
Okay. And then a minute later, he searches the crossing in Washington. Why?
No, they are looking for her at work now.
When was this delivered?
January 4th, 2023, 10:19 a.m.
Is that
So this is why you connect these, right? At 10:10, he gets a text. Did they find her? Right?
Yeah.
He does search within the next 9 minutes or the next 5 minutes. He searches crossing Washington, Mazda Tower, whatever that building's called.
I have
Mazda.
no idea what that is referring to.
It's the name of a building, like the Sears Tower. It's called the Mazda. It's a property.
Okay.
Mazda?
Yeah, that's what they say.
DC?
I guess so.
Oh,
You know what the crossing is?
no.
Okay. Then he searches Jeff Chard, and then at 9:19 he responds back with,
Okay. That would be why I don't know it. It's an apartment building.
oh, okay. Yeah,
I
sorry,
thought it was
sorry.
like some famous building here. I'm like,
No.
No.
Okay. And then he sends at 10:19 he sends this.
it was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:10 a.m. No, they are looking for her at work now.
When was this delivered?
January 4th, 2023, 10:19 a.m.
Is that
No, they are looking for her at work now. Well, where are the calls in between there? Or an email or something?
And this is the prosecution. This is their evidence, right? So
Yes.
why are
Why
they
are you not-
bothering? with
Yeah,
this?
why are you bothering putting it like this? Like the jury isn't going to remember this.
Robin just had a very good point. She said Judge Bev was running defense for the prosecution. Now we know how horrible they are. Possibly, like.
Where
Maybe
Robin
they
said that.
can't win a case in a courtroom where the judge is not biased. I don't know, but this judge seems pretty good. You'd think she would run a tighter ship than this nonsense.
Well, it's their case. I mean, their fault. They're failing with it. Oh, okay. This is proving how incompetent the police and prosecutors are in Norfolk, Massachusetts. The only reason they got anywhere with Karen Reed trial was because Judge Bev continued to run interference for them. Oh, this isn't Judge Bev. That's a different judge?
But
Yeah.
it shouldn't be
Okay.
up to the judge to do that.
Well, there shouldn't be a lot of things going on here.
This is ridiculous.
I would, yeah. Mazda Crossing. Thank you, Northwest. I didn't write down the second word. Mazda Crossing.
I don't know if, I mean, I always trust Robin because she knows things about law and I don't. But also because I watched the Karen Reed trial and I know what's going on there and I know the other case they have coming up. And this is so weird that you can't help but think, well, something's going on over there,
Mm.
Right. Libby said the jury will have all the transcripts of the text. Right. But that you're putting it on them, assuming they're going to line it up, right? When you haven't paid any attention. Why? What is so hard about creating a demonstrative? The prosecution, I assume, can do this, saying like, hey, here's web searches on the left-hand column with a date and time. Here's the text messages. Here's the phone calls. Like, you line them up chronologically. Maybe you have to introduce them like this. Totally get it, right? But then you go right back around. Oh, okay. So now we can, if we were to align all these pieces of data together to point them out, here's how it all fits together. Trial prosecutions sponsored by Ambien. Polynomial purebred $1.99. Thank you.
I love it.
I just don't understand how they are. The defense attorney asked the witnesses.
Maybe sponsored by Red Bull because it's pretty exhausting.
Yes. Yeah, the defense attorney does ask him this. I mean, this is self-inflicted. What are you doing?
Yeah.
If you want to commit a murder, you might as well go to Massachusetts, Norfolk, and just do it
we
there.
don't see this a lot now, ever since Casey Anthony, because this was the problem with Casey Anthony. They thought it was so obvious that they didn't put on a robust prosecution,
Right.
And we saw what happened. That bitch is still running out free, bothering everyone now.
And I mean, maybe it's in the water, though, because Brian is just as stupid. He lives there. The prosecution is maybe they're all just really stupid.
Well, the defense is not stupid, and
But is the defense attorney local? I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Another report you were able to create from messaging in the phone.
Yes.
And this has a contact associated with it. What is the contact's name?
Alexandra?
And one of the last
Sure, they don't want to
Right, but
improve
this
it.
is their evidence.
Right. Yeah, right. I understand. Yeah. Libby,
I'm
we
talking
get it.
to Libby, right?
Yeah, I am too.
Yeah.
The prosecution doesn't want to include everything. You have to ask, where are these things that are not there? Because the defense isn't going to point it out. Hey, did he not call 911?
Right.
I mean,
there are
I
things
feel like
here that they should have just skipped the prosecution, unless they're trying to head off something, but it's not good.
It's almost like they're hinging everything on being able to confront him with this on the stand. But here's the problem. You could say, hey, did you search this? And then he'll say, well, I don't know. I don't remember. I'm sure I did. And then can't the defense object, saying, that there's no evidence in the record of that? But, and they certainly can't say it in closing, can they, if they don't establish that it's not there?
Yeah, I don't know.
4 digits of Alexandra's contact.
5332.
And the other phone number associated with this thread is 8646.
Yes, sir.
And does this contain the messages of that thread?
Yes.
Sir, what is Viber?
Viber is another messaging app.
And this text thread.
They should be repeating in who visited the murder blog. Hey, there's another great question they could ask. Hey, we saw in the other presentation of evidence from the MacBook, which was using the same Apple ID, we saw evidence of these searches for murder. Why don't we see those here? And then he could explain, well, it's just because these are local on the device. They don't
They could ask
transfer
what
over.
the Mazda is. Not everyone might know. Whatever,
Right.
Did this utilize Viber?
Yes, sir.
And sir, this green bubble, which number is sending this one?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Happy New Year. Have you heard from Anna? She's been out of contact.
Chicken Shite says they are butthurt because he pled to the other charges. They're acting cocky. It's a social/personality game. They're in Massachusetts. Yeah, I don't know. They're hyper focused on things he has already pled to.
Longer than normal. Speak soon.
What is the date and time associated with this text?
January 3rd, 2023, 10:35 a.m. Read 2.
And what is the response?
Hello. No, I haven't. Last time was on 31/12.
And what was the time of this text?
January 3rd, 2023 at 11:24 a.m.
And what is the body of this message?
She had to leave early due to an emergency at one of the buildings. She left early on Sunday morning. I didn't have my phone till last night because William hid it in his bed. Thomas found it. I wasn't worried at first, but she has never been this long out of communication. I will call her work tomorrow morning.
And what is the date and time with this message?
January 3rd, 2023 at 9:10 p.m.
And what is the body?
I know. Let me if you get in touch with her. I will let you know when I speak to her.
What is the date and time associated with that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:12 p.m.
And
So this is a conversation with Jem, the guy that was over there on New Year's Eve for dinner.
what is the body of that?
If she's not at work tomorrow, or if they haven't heard from her, what are you going to do? ?
And what is the date and
believe.
time of that message?
January 3rd, 2023, 9:25 p.m.
And what is the body?
Call everybody she knows in DC and then file missing persons. Let's hope there's an explanation.
And what is the body of that?
They can't find her at work.
And what is the date and time of that?
January 4th, 2023, 10:33 a.m.
And what is the body of that text?
I think that you need to report this ASAP.
And what is the date and time of that message?
January 4th, 2023, 10:59 a.m.
And does this involve 3 numbers?
Yes.
So besides
Oh,
8646,
sorry, that might not have been Jem on the other one.
what is the first contact that's associated with this text thread?
A number ending in 7966.
And what is the name of that contact?
Anna, new, and then a number sign.
And then what is the other phone number associated with this thread?
A number ending in 6708.
And what is the contact name?
Jem.
And what is
So this is a three-way conversation between Anna, Brian, and Jem. And it did make sense because Jem is talking about a necklace. I thought it was Brian pretending to be Anna.
the body of this?
It is a picture.
And then above the picture, is there any words?
I love my necklace! Exclamation.
And then under recipient, what does it say? Participant, sorry, this read.
The number ending in 8646.
And does it acknowledge
Who's Brian?
what time it was read?
Yes.
What time was it read?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m.
Well, who's sending this text? What number?
The number ending in 6708.
Jem?
Yes.
And what is the body of this?
Last night was so good! Exclamation. Thank you.
What is the date and time of this text? Or that it was read?
It was read January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m. 08.
And what is the body of it?
The chef, world class, and company equally so.
And when was this read according to the phone?
January 2nd, 2023, 2:26 p.m. 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Looking good, buddy. Thomas just found my phone. It was in William's bed. Another amazing New Year Eve together as a triumvirate. Looking good in your new necklace.
And scrolling down to the final text.
08.
And what is the body of it?
My new necklace made a big splash yesterday as I wore it everywhere. I got double takes in the streets and at Whole Foods in Swampscott.
And what was the time that the text was read?
January 2nd, 2023 at 4:13 p.m.
Right, Coach Ron?
You may.
And I imagine, Trooper, it's a whole lot easier to see it now.
Yes, thank you.
Okay, thank you. Now, who is the sender of this?
The number ending in 6708.
And what is the body of this first message?
Merry Xmas to you, buddy. I miss you. Merry Xmas to all of you.
Date and time?
December-
That was read.
December 25th, 2022, 9:45 a.m.
Going down to the next text, who's the sender of that next one?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of that say?
Her phone is going directly to voicemail.
And what was the date and time that this message was read?
January 4th, 2023, 10:54 a.m.
Yes, Sherry B, the tax lady, went through the Lornmas.
Hell yeah.
We should have some kind of like trophies we give out for that,
Which number sends that?
especially on a replay crew.
6708.
And what is the body of that?
Any news? ? Have you alerted everybody at her work and the DC police ?
Which is the sender of this blue text?
The number ending in 6708.
And what does the body of it say?
Hey, buddy, can you send me the photos we took on New Year's Eve? NYE ?
What was the date and time it was read?
January 5th, 2023, 11:17 a.m.
What number is sending that?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that text?
All the photos were taken on Anna's phone. I don't have any.
And when was that text delivered?
January 5th, 2023 at 11:30 a.m.
What is this, sir?
This is the call log report from
Please, I interrupted you. Sorry.
yes, that I exported from Cellbrite from the iPhone 13 mini.
Okay. Now, the call log report, is that every call in the iPhone 13 mini?
No, this was only a certain date range.
Okay. And certain numbers as well?
Yes,
Okay. And so this call log report for the iPhone 13 mini, you created this?
I did.
Okay. And what was the date range you were looking to create this for?
This was, December 25th, 2022, through January 3rd, 2023.
And I would seek to move this to the next agenda.
This is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of the phone call?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:52 a.m.
And what is the duration of the call?
33 seconds.
All right, what is that? December 25th, 11:32 a.m. Is that what you said?
66.
And what is the date and time of the phone call?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:52 a.m.
And what is the duration of the call?
33 seconds.
29.
December 25th, 2022 at 1:40 p.m.
And what number is being called?
It's an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the duration of that call?
1 hour, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds.
All right. So 11:52, he does 33 seconds, which means she didn't pick up. 12:20 or 12:23, searches plane crash. Then Jeff, then at 1:40, he does an hour and 22-minute call with Anna. Okay.
What number is making the phone call?
This is an incoming call from 7966.
And
incoming call.
what is the duration of this call?
1 hour, 27 minutes, and 7 seconds.
And what is the timestamp on this call?
December 25th, 2022 at 4:11 p.m.
Sir, what number is being called?
It is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of the call?
December 31st, 2022 at 9:52 a.m.
And what is the duration of the call?
4 minutes, 5 seconds. The incoming call from number ending.
This is just such a bad way of questioning.
Right.
With the numbers and the duration and
Right.
it's such boring tedium.
in 7966.
And what is the date and time of that call?
December 31st, 2022, 7:27 p.m.
And what is the duration of that call?
0 seconds.
Look.
It is an outgoing call to number ending in 7966.
And what is the date and time of that call?
January 3rd, 2023, 8:28 a.m.
And how long is that call?
15 seconds.
Does that mean that the phone's connected if it's 15 seconds?
No.
What can happen? What is an alternative explanation then?
Voicemail.
Do you see any incoming calls
Welcome, Forever
from the
Wanderer.
7966 from entries 8 through 1?
No, I do not.
And do you see any calls longer than 17 seconds in entries 8 through 1?
No, I do not.
And you may proceed.
Thank you, May I approach?
You may.
Do you recognize that report I just handed to you?
Yes, sir.
And have you had a chance to review that report before coming in here today?
Yes.
Is that a redacted version
Don't forget to hit the like button.
of what's been marked for identification I with some images blurred out?
Yes.
And so that would be a collection of text messages between the number identified for Brian Walsh and the number identified for Anna as far as contacts. Is that correct?
That is correct.
What are the last 4 digits of the Brian Walsh number?
The last 4 is 8646.
And what are the last?
Winterlake says, are the jury following along? I doubt it.
I mean, I'm not.
I'm not.
I edited this and I'm
still
rewatching
don't
it
know.
after watching it, and I'm still confused. I've got my notes I put
And
in
you're
here,
good at that. So
but none of it means anything.
Digits for Anna New.
7966.
Your Honor, the Commonwealth would seek to have this marked as the next exhibit. Redacted version of
Any objection? The Celebrate report between the interactions of the phone ending in 8646 to 7966 is now in evidence as Exhibit 169. Thank you. You may.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, can we have what's been marked as 169 on the screens, please?
And I assure you, it's not any less confusing, slower speed. It's just more boring.
Trooper, directing your attention to the first text on the page. Which phone number is, what are the last 4 digits of the phone number sending this text message?
8646.
What is the body of the text?
Hello.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next 2 texts? Trooper, which number is sending this text?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Thomas asked if you were coming today.
And what was the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And then if you could scroll down, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Trooper, which number sent this next text in the chain?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I haven't heard from you at all.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:54 a.m.
Now, could you, Ms. Gilman, scroll down to the next text in that chain? Trooper, which number is sending this message?
The number ending in 7966.
And what is the body of this text?
My flight got canceled driving up.
And what was the date and time it was read?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:57 p.m.
Ms. Gilman, can we go to page 51? Trooper, this.
I want to hear one thing a second.
I also wanted to ask Robin what the rule is that she's referring to. A basic rule for any litigator.
Wait.
That was it. I couldn't find it.
Where's
forever. I don't know.
Oh, stickers. Oh, never mind. I don't see it.
I don't
What is the
either.
body of the text?
Why was
Hello.
that?
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next two texts?
Wait, is that what he says?
You may.
Thank you. Ms. Gilman, can we have what's been marked as 169 on the screens, please?
So I think this is day 5 today. Now he's restarting.
Trooper, directing your attention to the
Everything we've seen so far took 3 hours yesterday.
first text on the page.
Thank you, Forever. So the basic rule is to keep reminding the jury of the main points.
Yes,
I mean, because the numbers they're saying, like even the text, I mean, this is the most confusing way of like rattling this out.
I understand why he was searching plane crashes because I was supposed to fly. It's a little weird. I wouldn't do that at first, right? But I'm trying to figure out what checks immediately preceded that plane crash search
The
here.
rule is to keep tying the evidence to the charge or the cause of action. Don't assume jurors make the connections. Right. That would make sense.
And in this case, the evidence, the more damning evidence, is the lack of the things he didn't do, which they are not calling out at all.
None of it is being referred to at all or tied to anything, just rattled off.
Which phone number is, what are the last 4 digits of the phone number sending this text message?
8646.
What is the body of the text?
Hello.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53 a.m.
And Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next 2 texts?
Okay.
Trooper, which number is sending this text?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this?
Thomas asked if you were coming today.
And what was the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:53
I have
a.m.
no idea who
And then
that's
if you could-
from, who it's to.
It's from Brian to Anna.
Okay.
Only because I told you, though.
Right.
Scroll down, Ms. Gilman. Thank you. Trooper, which number sent this next text in the chain?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I haven't heard from you at all.
And what is the date and time it was delivered?
December 25th, 2022 at 11:54 a.m.
Now, could you, Ms. Gilman, scroll down to the next text in that chain? Trooper, which number is sending this message?
The number ending in 7966.
And what is the body of this text?
My flight got canceled driving up.
And what was the date and time it was read?
December 25th, 2022 at 12:57 p.m.
Ms. Gilman, can we go to page 51? Trooper, this top text on the page, which number is sending it?
Could you scroll up a little bit?
Yep. I guess you'd have to go all the way up to 50. Which number is sending this text, Trooper?
The number ending in 8646.
Hey, there you go, Court TV. Thank you. We don't need to look at the guy's face. Just show us something.
And if we could go back down to 51, what was the time in the bottom corner of this text after it says sent?
December 30th, 2022, 6:33 p.m.
Now, Ms. Gilman, could you scroll down to the next message in the chain? Thank you. Trooper, which phone is sending this message?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Hello, Thomas found the phone playing on William's bed. William said he forgot it was there. Ha ha ha. Okay, call anytime.
What is the date and time? Now, this doesn't say delivered, correct? Or is there a time when it was delivered?
It does not say, sir.
What is the date and time in the bottom corner of the text?
January 2nd, 2023 at 2:33 p.m.
And so, sir, if there's no delivered, what does that mean?
I don't believe it was ever delivered to the intended recipient.
But there's a date and time. Is that when the text was written?
The bottom right?
Yes.
That's when it was sent.
That was when it was sent, because there's a status saying sent.
Correct.
So 11/2 or 1/2/233 would be who the fuck knows anymore? What?
Okay. Can we scroll down to the next text? Trooper, which phone number is sending this?
The number ending in 8646.
Could you read the body of this?
Hello, where are you? Please call, text, or email. Exhausting day with the boys, and we had fun. Going to bed early. Big day tomorrow for everyone. I still love you. Ha ha ha.
And what is the date and time in the bottom?
January 2nd, 2023, 7:18 p.m.
And
That's after he searched for "I'm good."
does this note if it was delivered?
It does not.
Could we go to the next page, page 52? Which number sent this message, sir?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Hello,
And what is the date and the time?
January 3rd, 2023 at 6:39 a.m.
Does this denote if it was delivered?
It does not.
Could we have the next text? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
Where are you?
And what is the date and time of this?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m.
Riveting.
And this says
Yeah.
The jury had to listen to this for 5.5 hours.
I'm going to want to listen to this again. It's so good.
has a status of sent.
Yes.
Could we have the next message? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I'm worried. Please call or email.
And what time was this sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 6:39 a.m.
Can we go to page 53? Which number sent this message, sir?
The number ending in 8646.
What is the body of this?
Where are you? I just called and it went straight to voicemail. Calling you in Viber now.
And what is the date and time this message was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 8:30 a.m.
Can we have the next message, please? Which number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this text?
I will call after I drop the boys. If I don't hear from you this morning, I'm going to report you missing.
What is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023 at 8:32 a.m.
And going down to the next message, what number sent this message?
The number ending in 8646.
What is the body of this message?
Hello.
I mean, I guess the only thing that they're trying to do is, since he's claiming that she died at what time? 3:30 on New Year's Day in the morning, right? Because he went down to the dishes at 2:30 for an hour, came back up at 3:30. That was his claim. So they're gonna say, what we see all these messages here. I can only conclude and hope that is what they're doing. They are setting this all up because they're just gonna tie it together with Brian on the stand. But if Brian didn't take the stand, I don't know. It's stupid.
Oh, I texted you.
Why don't they say the names? Because they said it at the beginning. You can't remember, Chicken Shake? Come on.
You don't remember what 849?
They want to do the work for you? Pay attention, you lazy piece of jurors.
Your sister and Alyssa. I am calling Jeff if I don't hear from you. Where are you?
And what is the date and time this was sent?
Does anyone remember who Jeff is?
Sarah hit George with her car. Just saying. Who, Jeff? No. I don't remember who. All I remember is who Anna is and Brian. And now Thomas.
Is Jeff the friend that... Now that was a different guy, I feel like. That was like the mutual friend of Anna and William Fasto.
January 3rd, 2023, 12.
Oh. Yeah, there's Jim, but I'm saying Jeff. Who's Jeff?
Fuck if I know.
It's somebody at her work. It's somebody at her work. Tishman's Spire.
It's not the boyfriend? The lover?
That's William.
Oh, I don't know. Jeff isn't short for William, is it?
No.
That was a joke.
16 p.m.
Going down to page 54. Sir,
Jeff. Jeff.
Jeff.
Speaking of, are we going to do some Lauren this weekend? Do you think?
Yeah, we've got to do
I
something.
believe I actually missed that guy.
Yeah.
I thought a Jeff will cost 2 Blue River.
which phone sent this message?
Oh, he's a hell of a guy, Jeff.
Jim Alto?
Thought you had to make Italian sausage.
Italian sausage. And you handled it well.
Looks like a big fucking quack.
Jeff is who introduced William and Anna. Okay.
Oh, thank you, Tori.
Message.
The number ending in 8646.
And what does the body of it say?
Hello.
And what is the date and time it was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 7:03 p.m.
And the next message, sir? Which phone sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of this text?
Where are you? The boys and I are worried. I'm calling work tomorrow if I don't hear from you.
And then you searched for I'm Good, the movie, 19 minutes later.
And what is the date and time this was sent?
January 3rd, 2023, 7:04 p.m.
Going down to the next message. What is the phone number that sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of that?
Where are you?
And what is the date and time that was sent?
January 4th, 2023 at 10:14 a.m.
And can we go to page 55 for the final message?
What was the date that he was at the dumpsters? I mean, that would have been helpful, prosecutor, if you could line that up for me.
I want to
Remember,
remind everyone.
when was he at the dumpsters? The 4th or the 5th, right? Or was it before that? I don't know.
That's why, like, in that recent, that corn star thing that I was watching, who chopped her husband's head off and all that, or married her stepson, the attorney started out with like a whole chart, a graph, because it was complicated, and he kind of spelled it out for you what was going on there, whole family tree, everything, and then kept referring back to it. I mean, that's the basics, no?
I've not seen one demonstrative from this prosecutor yet.
Sir, what number sent this?
The number ending in 8646.
And what is the body of it?
I am calling Jeff now.
And what is the date and time it was sent?
January 4th, 2023, 10:15 a.m.
For the messages on January 2nd through January 4th of 2023, does any of the messages denote that they were delivered?
It does not appear that.
Your Honor, I have no further questions. Who is
Boom. Way to go, Perry Mason. What the hell was that? Okay, now we get the cross. You know, I want you to see how much different it is with the cross. The jury has sat through 3 hours of that, which we boiled down to 30 minutes. But now they're going to get another 3 hours from cross-examination. Who does more work?
Good morning, sir.
Yesterday, you testified to what you referred to as location data, correct?
Yes.
And the location data that was retrieved by apps, various apps that are contained on the devices.
Yes.
And is it fair to say that with regards to apps being able to collect location data, that service can be turned off in those devices?
If the user decides to.
Okay. And if the user decides to turn off the location tracking aspect of any app, then that particular app just does not collect the location data, correct?
To the best of my knowledge.
Okay. So to the best of your knowledge then, if someone knew how to turn off the location data for all the apps on any device that they were using to go from point A to point B, you wouldn't have that data that you told us about yesterday.
The phone collects quite a bit of data at all times.
I thought you just answered the second to last question. To the best of my knowledge, if you turned off the apps, the device would not collect location data.
Well, app-specific location data, yes.
I'm sorry, you're going to have to speak up.
You're asking about app-specific location data.
Sir, are you aware that my client is a moron? That's why he couldn't turn it off? What is this question? I don't get this stuff.
Correct.
All right, yes.
Okay, yes.
So are you telling this jury that if someone turned off the location tracking aspect of an app, that you would still get location data from other sources?
There's a possibility, yes.
Possibility, all right. I want to focus your attention now to Exhibit 160.
I mean, at this point, I would hire him if I would hire him against this prosecutor, but I would tell him, hey, dude, don't be such a prick. Chill.
Right.
Don't be such a prick in front of the jury.
Yeah. Ixnay with the ick pray.
1. That is the...
Hello, Mallory. We're all boring ourselves to death here.
That's the Safari search history?
Okay, yes.
I'm about to
when you
cut
say
off
okay,
my
you mean
own
yes.
arms.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. I don't want to confuse you. If I ask a question, just tell me, ask it again. And I'll...
Yes, sir.
Already this is
That's the
better. I
Safari
hate to admit it, but
Yeah.
already
Yeah.
better.
Yeah.
He's
it
got
is.
a
Search
report
history.
going. There's a conversation happening.
Well, but I am giving him the assistance of cutting out all the pauses. There are so
I get it,
much
but you were
pauses.
giving the assistance to the other guys too.
Well, they don't have as many breaks as this guy. Like
Yeah.
he was constantly going, and let me ask you,
Yeah.
if somebody turned up, like it was all that, like all.
the Apple iPhone 13 mini, and it ran a date range of December 25th, 2022 to January 4th of 2023. Is that right?
Correct.
And then that same exhibit, and I think it was referred to yesterday, contains what was referred to as Chapter 2. You recall that? And the Chapter 2 is the Safari web history.
I also think that the prosecution is giving the defense a real advantage by they never finish their witnesses before the cross happens the next day. So the cross, like these important witnesses, the defense is able to go like take everything from the day and like have all night to prepare what they're going to cross with instead of real time, right? Does it make sense?
Yep.
Of the same device that runs from December 31st, 2022, from 9:28 a.m. to 9:31 a.m. Correct?
Yes.
And you testified yesterday that even though the data would be collected and extracted from those two sources, the search history and the web history, that the web history would generally contain additional and more detailed information?
That's correct.
And who was it that decided then to limit the web history information included in Exhibit 161 to only 1 day for just a couple of minutes?
It was a decision by the prosecution team.
Okay.
So let me ask you this, Robin. You would know this because I this is kind of confused me. But okay, the prosecution only does 1 day. Can't the defense also do subpoena for more days if they wanted? I mean, it's not in their interest to do that, but they could if they wanted, right, Robin?
And so
I think they don't because they think Brian's a liar. So even if he says, no, I never researched anything, they're going to be like, you know, where to get murder knives at a discount or something.
You told us yesterday that you work for the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, correct?
Yes.
So, and you told us yesterday that you're an investigator, correct?
Yes.
And so, as part of your role as an investigator with the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, is it fair to say that you take direction from the district attorney that's prosecuting a particular?
I do as well, Sherry B, the tax lady. What do you think I drink on the show? I want to be at the top of my game. She says, I feel like I'm smarter when I'm not sober, even though I know that's not true.
Yeah.
But it is true for me.
I'm never smart, but I don't know it when I'm not sober.
It's true for me. Let me tell you that.
You are always a genius.
More collaborative. We bring the investigative piece, and they bring the legal advice and piece to the case.
Do you ever then inform the district attorney, whoever it is that you're working with on a particular case, that, for instance, web history would have additional information that might help explain entries that were found in the search history?
I present the data that is extracted from the device.
So my question was, do you ever take the time to explain to the district attorney assigned to the case you're working on with them that the web history would contain additional information in addition to the search history?
Yes.
So in any event, with regards to Exhibit 161, you were instructed or advised to only include the web history for one day, December 31st, and only for a few minutes.
Well, that particular searches were on Apple Maps, which were contained on Safari history, search history.
Were you instructed not to include certain information in Exhibit 161 then?
We had the date range of December 25th, 2022 through to January 4th, 2023, sorry.
And what about the web history? Were you instructed only to?
Okay, they could have asked their own investigator to do broader searches. But of course, I think they don't because they don't trust that Brian didn't do more, right? But why not just do the searches themselves, the prosecution? Because now you're opening up, making it look like they're hiding something.
To limit the inclusion in Exhibit 161 to that one day, December 31st?
We only chose to do that specific, those specific searches from 9:28 to 9:31 a.m.
Okay, I'm just going to ask, and it's probably me. I can barely hear you.
Sorry.
I'm sorry, I might be going deaf.
That's fine.
Yours, are you able to hear? Great.
Apologize.
That's my concern. But you need to be able to hear him as well. I'm concerned about that.
I understand.
Attorney Tips.
I understand.
Do my best.
Yesterday, you were asked, let me ask this. You would agree, wouldn't you, that in the search history included in Exhibit 161, that at page number 9, there are indications of a search involving Expedia and other flight-related searches?
Could you show me that, sir?
Sure. Do we have Exhibit 161?
I think the other problem that I'm having with this is why do they have all these different examiners doing it? Why don't they assign an examiner by case? Why are they doing this round robin shit where they have to bring up like 14 different people? Because this guy even said, or he says later, maybe at some point, that there was the additional search done, but that was done by a third guy. So they're going to have to bring that guy up. And it all just gets very jumbled.
You may.
Thank you, sir.
Or refer to you as Trooper? Let me have another title. I was still in this state.
No, that's fine, sir. Yeah, that's
So, Trooper Key, I want to focus your attention now to page 1 and the entry number 9. Am I correct in saying that references a search related to Expedia?
That's correct.
And that search occurred at 12:25:22 at 11:39 a.m. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
And those searches related to Expedia, they continue through record number 20 at page 2. Is that correct?
Yes, it goes from Expedia to Check a Flight JetBlue.
All right. So yesterday you told us and you testified to one entry having to do referring to JetBlue, correct?
Yes.
There's a number of searches in
Trooper
Exhibit
has
161.
such a little
Isn't there?
kid happy face. I can't explain it. While he's on the stand, he's like, "Yep, that's true." He
Had
just
to do
looks so
with searches for Expedia and flight information.
Yes.
And once again, if you were to look at the Safari web history of the same device for this same information at the same time, you would find more information and put context into that search. Is that accurate?
Yes, there would be more information.
But as you sit here today, and based on what is and is not included in Exhibit 161, you can't give us more context to any of those searches regarding flight information, can you?
No.
Yesterday, and I'm going to ask you to turn to page 4. Yesterday, you were asked questions about an entry on page 4, record number 42. Am I saying that right when I refer to record number 42? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That was a search regarding what?
Number 42. Would you like to read the date time or just the search term, sir?
You can read it anything you want, yes, to make it complete.
Item 42. The search occurred on December 25th, 2020.
And remember, with the defense, I don't cut out stuff just to like show their full thing, because they have the challenge, right? So that's why there's more of this boring shit in there.
To 12:28 p.m.
Challenge at this point.
What?
If you call it a challenge at this point.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you guys at this point? Just like roughly at this point, what do you think the odds are that it's a mistrial?
I don't think it'll be a mistrial, but I think that's only because Brian.
Sorry, not mistrial, hung jury, which
I don't
is
think it'll be a hung
mistrial.
jury, but only because Brian is such an idiot.
You're saying it's a 0% chance.
I don't know.
I don't know, zero. You can never say zero.
That's what I'm saying, right? I would say it is not a non-zero at this
The
point.
problem is that also when the
Not-
defense
not-
and the go on, sorry.
No, go ahead.
Not with this game plan.
Yeah, right. When the defense drives home the shadow of a doubt, or what, that's not exactly the term, but the possibility, whatever the term
Reasonable doubt.
reasonable doubt, which they always do. You just never know because jurors take this seriously, as they should.
Well,
And
did you? Oh, good.
That's it.
Did you see what he just did there with that JetBlue question? Let me back it up here.
Of the same device for the same information at the same time, you would find more information and put context into that search. Is that accurate?
Yes, there would be more information.
But as you sit here today, and based on what is and is not included in Exhibit 161, you can't give us more context to any of those searches regarding flight information, can you?
No.
So he's saying that they only provided the one search term, right? But you don't have the web history, so you don't know the context. The context is irrelevant. It explains nothing about the murder, him searching for planes, right? But he's introducing doubt by the fact, like, oh, so you don't have context around this, right? Because they didn't pull it, right? So there's stuff missing. Isn't context important? That's what they keep hammering. It's a very smart strategy because you're causing suspicion around a totally bland and innocuous item. Like, well, what could you learn from more jet? How does that relate at all to it? But he's just hammering like you don't have the context of it, do you? So I think it's very smart.
Yesterday, and I'm going to ask you to turn to page 4. Yesterday, you were asked questions about an entry on page 4, record number 42. Am I saying that right when I refer to record number 42? Do you understand what I'm talking about?
Yes, sir.
Thank you. That was a search regarding what?
Number 42.
Right, Tori, you said, I mean, technically, at least so far, zero evidence has been presented that proves he actually killed her. Right. The evidence is the lack of the concern in searches that she actually died naturally, and they have not hammered that at all.
That's the reasonable doubt.
Which is zero evidence, right? They haven't done it, it's ridiculous. I would say at this point, 15%.
I mean, it is similar to.
I put it higher.
It is similar to the Casey Anthony in that way, and
Maybe
I
I'm
mean-
being optimistic. I could go as high as 25.
I'm thinking like 40.
If the trial ended today, which it's not, right? But remember, the defense gets to put on their case after this. Now, it's all going to change with Brian. It all comes really down to Brian, but it shouldn't. You should have this thing locked away before Brian even gets on the stand. And
I'm not even sure about that.
But
Because it was a hung jury in the first retrial, and you should have heard what went on in that trial. I mean,
right. Yeah.
Like to read the date time or just the search term, sir?
You can read it anything you want. Yes, to make it complete.
Item 42, the search occurred on December 25th, 2022, 12:28 p.m. And the search was Xmas Day plane crash.
Okay. And those types of searches, and when I say those types, the subject matter that's contained in record number 42, it continues through record number 45 on page 4, doesn't it?
Yes.
And that is timestamp 12/31/03.
If they cross-examine, but okay, here's another question, Robin Idiar. The cross-examination, you can ask leading questions. I guess this is the difference. Is it the limited scope on redirect or on cross? Can they ask about anything? So let's say his lawyer just goes up there and says, "You found her dead" or whatever, right? And you panic, so you cut up the body. Are they allowed to go into like, okay, well, why were you sending these messages if she was dead? You know what I'm saying? Like any of that kind of stuff. Like if his attorney doesn't ask about the messages or the calls, are they still allowed to do it on cross? Like, could they box them out that way? I don't know.
At record number 49. Correct. Now, yesterday you were also asked about a specific reference, and once again, page 4, record number 53. And that's the record that indicates Anna Walshe found dead, correct? Correct. And those searches continue through 12:45:58 on page 4, don't they? Yes. Now, it's fair to say that once again, if you had the witness,
Wait, what did you say there?
58 on those searches, too, it continues through record number 45 matter. It's contained in record number 42. It continues through record number 45 on page 4, doesn't it?
Still not good.
Okay.
Although I got to say, in the other trials that I'm thinking of, where not just Casey Anthony, but there are two in particular, Danielle Redlick and this other guy, who were found not guilty, actually. There was not a lot of like blood evidence and pictures of, all that other stuff wasn't there. And Casey Anthony didn't do texts like how to dispose of my daughter who I murdered.
Yeah.
So there is
Right.
Robin
She's
responded.
busy.
Robin said, cross is limited to issues raised on direct. The judge would need to rule whether the limited questions in any way open the door to those questions. But I mean, isn't the fact of claiming that you found your wife dead, doesn't that automatically open the door to everything in terms of pretending that she's missing? Those are in contrast to each other. If you say, yeah, I found her dead, well, why are you sending out texts wondering where she is?
Yeah. It's very Chandler Alderson, actually. But that state prosecutor was amazing.
But no, I didn't say that was opening the door to the opening statement. I'm saying if they ask him what happened and he says, oh, I went upstairs, I found my wife. If he testifies to exactly what was said in the opening statement, which he has to, or else there's no defense of what happened to her, right? Because whatever. But the other question I have is they're not asking these questions about, there's no calls to 911, right? Are they able to ask him, if he's on the stand, why didn't you call 911? Even though it's not been testified to that there are no 911 calls? That's my question, Robin. Because if they can't, I don't see how this thing is... it's the dumbest mistake ever.
Those types of searches, and when I say those types, the subject matter that's contained in...
Everyone keeps telling me, Lady Dragonborn, hear me out, you should really cover Laura Owens and introduce X Derek to an all level. I know all about Laura Owens, but there's such a big backstory that I'd rather just cover the trial in January, which is going to reintroduce everything she did, because it's shit. When I was watching it happen real time, I mean, I was watching live when Dave Neal found the Fiverr logo on the sonogram one morning. I'm just laying in bed. I'm like, oh shit. But it kept changing so often that want to see the background, or hopefully it's presented in the case.
Record number 42. It continues through record number 45 on page 4, doesn't it? Yes. And that is timestamp 12/31/03 at record number 49. Correct. Now, yesterday you were also asked about a specific reference, and once
I also watched Tilted Lawyer.
again, page 4, record number 53. And that's the record that indicates Anna Walshe found dead, correct? Correct. And those...
I missed the thing I was backing up to here in the first place. Sorry. I will stop talking. Too much commentary.
Okay. And those types of searches, and when I say those types, the subject matter that's contained in record number 42, it continues through record number 45 on page 4, doesn't it? Yes. And that is timestamp 12/31/03 at record number 49. Correct. Now, yesterday you were also asked about a specific reference, and once again, page 4, record number 53. And that's the record that indicates Anna Walshe found dead, correct? Correct. And those searches continue through 12:45:58 on page 4, don't they? Yes. Now, it's fair to say that once again, if you had the witness for that particular search, that would give more context into what that particular search is that you just talked about at number 54, record number 53 at page 4. It would give you more.
Okay, so they're saying, hey, he searched for Anna Walsh found dead more than once. He did it from 12:31 to 12:45. In the middle, he was searching Jeff, but I don't know. Remember what his last name is?
I don't
No,
know.
Jeff, not Jem. Jeff.
Okay.
Jeff Chad. I think his name's Chad or something. Whatever. The guy that introduced him and William.
Yeah.
Or her and William. So I mean, again, this is taking something that's negative. You'd think searching for her being dead is worse, unless you're trying to say he was concerned about her randomly dropping dead all the time. And saying, oh, isn't this, they're trying to hide this. But Rob in the 8-hour pro says they can probably ask those questions. If he testifies what he did, the prosecution can ask about what he did not do. Okay, thank you. But one more follow-up, Rob in the 8-hour pro. What if he says, I did call 911, and they haven't asked the question of there's no 911 call? How do you just bring up the Celebrite report at that point and say, hey, can you show me where you made the call? Or when did you make the call? If he says, I can't remember, well, what day? And then say, okay, why don't we look at the Celebrite report? Where are the 911 calls? I assume that's how you would do it, right, Robin? I'm going to night school to become a lawyer. And Robin, the 80-hour pro says, regarding Laura Owens, I like that as a way to get those who don't know the case in her various lies and other crimes. People can always go to Dave Neal and others to get the backstory. Yeah, I mean, it was very confusing. Even at the time, I was trying to find. I wanted to make a very simple. This is before I was doing lives. A simple, clean demonstrative of basically lining up the points along x-axis of this happened here, this happened here, this happened here, and then along the y-axis is the dates. So let's say on December 1st, she said that she got this sonogram on June 10th. And then December 20th, that sonogram moved from June 10th over to May 31st. So there's a line connecting it, showing how she's changing all this stuff all the time. But I couldn't find a solid single source. And I just didn't want to mess with it.
More information and more context, would it not?
It would, yes.
You have no idea, do you, as you sit here today, what the user was thinking when he or she inputted that search that you just testified to, do you?
I do not. I know the content of it. I do not know the intent of it.
Okay. Are you aware of the fact, given the fact that you're an investigator, and I presume you conducted some investigation in this case on behalf of the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, are you aware of the fact that that Mrs. Anna Walsh, her flight was canceled?
You can always go check out my Laura Owens song that's members only if you want to hear it. Twin pregnancy hat trick.
1225? Yes. And did you investigate the circumstances of that cancellation?
I personally did not.
Okay.
No, Libby, there is a Jeff and a Jem. He searched for Jeff Tishman.
I just started a problem because I wanted to. I apologize.
So you're unaware of the snowstorm or anything like that that caused canceled flights?
I don't know the particulars around the.
I want to focus your attention once again at Exhibit 161 to a number of searches that began at record number 445 at page 30.
Page 30, sir?
Page 30. And it's record number 445.
Ooh, Lady Dragonborn and I were in the same live when they found that Fiverr stream. I like how this is so boring. We are talking about a different case.
Other cases.
This is horrifically boring.
Laura
It's
Owens.
just so much better that everyone feels that way, because after I started watching it, I was like, is it me? Is it just me? Like,
No,
can I just
this
not
is-
pay enough attention? But
Very high level Laura Owens. Very high level Laura Owens. She accused the bachelor of Clayton Eckerd of getting her pregnant when they really only went on 2 dates and they never had sex.
didn't have sex.
They didn't have sex, but she said there was like a dribble or something from the blowjob. So, and then she was pregnant. So she has done this repeatedly. She has done it 3 times. What she will do is she basically dates a guy. She gets obsessed with him. And like on the second date, they're like, you know what? I don't think this is going to work out. But then she'll a couple days later, she'll be like, you know what? I'm pregnant. And I'm keeping it. And then she'll take the weird thing of being like, if you promise me we'll be together, I'll terminate it. But if you're not going to be with me, then I'm keeping it and you're going to be the father. And then she will sue them for parental support because she knows how to get her HGH up because she has like raises horses and stuff. But it's just HGH tests. She never gets the sonogram and she steals the sonogram from other places online. And so when she's
And
doing
a
this
simple
with
image reverse search will find it, apparently.
right, she's used to scamming individual men, but when you get into a court case with an actual defense attorney that can find this and be like, you are lying, you are making up and stealing this stuff. Your tests just show you have an elevated HGH, which is the same thing as the pregnancy test. That's the only proof she can ever show, but that just shows elevated HGH. You're not pregnant without the ultrasound confirming you have a baby, and she was stealing them. And then she said, well, the babies went away because of vanishing twin syndrome, which is when two twins are in there, one of the babies vanishes, not both of the twins vanish.
These are tonsil twins, as Robin just said.
Tonsil twins. And this is the third time she's done it. She has TPOs against the other two men that she has previously harassed. She did a TED Talk with all this stuff. She is crazy. She is the craziest person I've seen.
Recent body cam of hers, she is so crazy. She's one of those she's like that Shakira, whatever it is. Like she's
Shakira
just
flabbergasted.
like this constant verbal, like she's just fucking
Yes.
crazy. She's living in her parents' house. Her poor parents. Her father has Parkinson's. Like she's just a horrible creature.
She is, and then she will intimate like, oh, I didn't want to have sex with him, and he stuck it in for a second, right? She's riding high on like the Me Too movement at the moment of like, hey, I'm a victim of abusive man. They're screaming at me. I am being harassed, and she's always going on Medium and writing articles.
So that moment has passed thanks to Amber Heard.
Right. That's the other very good contrast. It is a very Amber Heard type scenario where she's like, she will not stop attacking the men, right? And when she gets called out, but she cannot admit, yeah, okay, I lied. Right. I made it up. Like they offered her several times. Just admit just admit that you lied and you weren't pregnant and it could be dropped. And she wouldn't do it. So now she's being
Me Too or not, but Amber Heard was more that in that world.
Right.
But yeah.
But now she's on trial for perjury for what all the stuff she did. And the other thing that made it great was her lawyer was a complete jackass. I have my other internet account they call Internet Lawyer Jackass with his face on there, David Gingras. Because he is complete. He would just go to Twitter and kept battling with people saying, you don't have any proof of this. You don't have any proof of this. He is such a bad lawyer. Not only did he lose the case against Clayton Eckford, she got rung up on perjury charges. Like that's as bad as you can get with it as a lawyer.
Yeah.
You lost the civil case and you walked into felonies?
Made things worse. I mean,
and they lost the appeal. So he's like, well, my part's done.
So how's that Walshe trial going?
Shut up.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Okay. It's fair to say,
People wanted to know the overview. I just gave
isn't it, that in looking at those entries starting at 445 and continuing through record number 495 on page 34, that they involve searches for what looks to be champagne or wine and varieties of champagnes and wine.
Do you mind if I take a look?
I don't mind at all. No, sir.
445 through
495.
495. Sir? Yes, that appears wine and champagne.
Okay.
For those searches.
And it's fair to say, isn't it, that you've carefully reviewed all these records, haven't you, before you testified here starting yesterday?
Yes.
And if you turn to page 62.
Forever Wonder, she already lost the civil suit. She has to pay. So what's the point of charging her with fraud? And she's charged with felony perjury, like 8 counts.
Fraud probably eventually.
Beginning at record 924. And I'd ask you to just run through up to page 63, record number 943. Once again, a number of searches regarding champagne or wine or things like that.
Yes.
Okay, you agree with that, right?
Yes.
And we could continue to do this, but for instance, though all of those searches were being conducted on December 30th of 2022, weren't they?
The one from line 924 through 943, yes, they were on December 30th, 2022.
And the searches between record 953 through 1016 on page 68, do you have those in front of you?
What was the beginning item, sir?
Record number 953, page 64,
Okay.
through record number 1016, page 68. Once again, those searches occurred on December 30th, correct?
I'm still looking, sir.
I'm sorry. You tell me when you're ready.
Yes, sir.
And don't let me rush you.
She's the craziest because she brought all the cases. That's the other thing, right? she wasn't charged with the crime. She tried to just keep hammering these guys in civil court.
Yeah, because
brought
was
it
she
all
trying
on
to get
herself.
money from them? What was she even
Yes,
doing?
she was trying to get parental support, but really what she was trying to do was trap them into a relationship because, you know, if they start dating, because she kept saying, like, if we agree to date, I will drop the paternity suit.
Right. She really wasn't. She was emotionally driven, not financially driven, but then she did whatever she
used financial blackmail to try and force people into a relationship, thinking that, oh, well, if they're with me over time, then they'll get to love me.
Well,
And then
they say that that's the best way to start a good relationship.
It is emotional blackmail as well later.
Yeah, that's good too. But I mean, you really want to start with the financial stuff because that's the foundation on which a loving relationship is built.
Amen.
Yes, those searches occurred December 30th, 2022, between approximately 7 p.m. to around 7:15 p.m.
Right, on December 30th, correct? Yes.
Correct.
And you're aware, in your investigation of this case, that Mrs. Anna Walsh had planned a New Year's Eve party to be conducted in the Cohasset home on New Year's Eve, correct?
Yes.
And you're also aware that, or maybe you're not, but there are additional searches throughout this as you continue to go down these searches that, once again, someone is shopping for expensive champagne, someone's shopping for champagne or items like that, all in the same time period, correct?
Yes.
Now, yesterday, you were asked specifically by the government to testify to an entry number, record number 1069 at page 72. Can you find that? It's at 8:38 p.m. on 12/30/2022. Record number 1069 at page 72. Yes. And you testified yesterday, and you were asked what that search was, and you stated to the jury, I'm good. Correct?
Yes.
And you didn't give any other context to that, correct?
Correct.
As an investigator in this case, you are aware of the fact that there is a movie named I'm Good, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And you're also aware of the fact that if you were to look at the search web history related to that search, that it would further explain and give context to that search and that I'm Good is a movie. Is that fair to say?
I would have to see the web history itself, sir.
Okay. So you would agree, wouldn't you, Trooper, that that search that you were asked specifically about yesterday, I'm Good, at record 1069 at 8:38, that search regarding a movie occurred in between all this shopping, all these searches going on, having to do with champagne and wine and everything else, correct?
This occurred
What
after
is
the
the
ones you had me read
significance of
prior.
the movie?
I would have to look if there were searches containing wine and champagne after.
Well, the significance of him bringing it up is it's just a movie. He's not saying I'm good. The prosecution introduced it saying, for whatever reason, why are you looking at this? You didn't give any context to it. So what the hell did you do?
Sir.
Well, let me focus your attention then, and that's a certainly fair and accurate response. Why don't you look at page...
Laura Owens did a TED Talk on cancer recovery. She also did one on the kindness. She did one on the kindness of strangers.
Yeah.
Her lawyer was such a jackass. I was going to type this, that they subpoenaed.
She never had cancer, of course. So.
They subpoenaed one of her prior two victims to testify potentially in the trial, but the problem was the trial was only given an hour for each side. They subpoenaed him to appear there to testify, like, yeah, she said she was pregnant with twins with me, and then another person, yeah, she was said she was pregnant with twins with me, and I never saw any proof. When he showed up, because he's subpoenaed, he has to appear by law. Her lawyer called the sheriff's office to arrest the guy for showing up because she had a TPO against him. Like, it was this whole big spectacle. It was such
embarrassing.
It was such a disaster.
It makes you wonder so much, like, what's wrong with her and what's wrong with any attorney who would get involved with her and do those things. It's so disheartening.
Well, he is one of those true slimeball grifters. In the song they wrote, you know, that was with the cancer thing. She said, "Oh, I had ovarian cancer. I had my cancer, or I had one of my ovaries removed." And then she's like, "No, of course I have two ovaries." Like, she can't keep track of her own lies.
Yeah.
Being connected to her.
Yeah. Will you play the Kayla song tonight on the outro?
Which one? This one?
Yeah.
That one?
Yeah. It's my favorite.
Yeah. Kayla Marie, you know you are my precious baby.
72, the same page, and record number 1078. Have you had a chance?
Yes, sir.
And once again, that's champagne-related searches.
Yes.
So it's fair to say, isn't it, Trooper, that when you were asked yesterday on direct examination and to specifically refer to that one search at number 1069, I'm Good, there's certainly nothing nefarious about someone conducting a search for a movie entitled I'm Good, correct?
Again, sir, I only know the context of this. I don't know the content the content, I don't know the intent behind it.
You would agree that these records that you have in Exhibit 161, if you know, they have multiple searches related to movies and movie titles, correct?
Sarah, she wore a fake baby bump on the Zoom call with the judge. Like one of those moon bumps. As she's slamming a Monster Energy drink as well.
I just know the I'm Good one that you referenced, sir.
Okay, well, let me just briefly point you to record number 1128 at page 75, if you can go there.
Yes, sir.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
Starting there, if you could just start there, that looks like a reference to a movie or a movie clip, correct?
1128
Yes.
states tone MOV, TOE-MOV.
Yeah, the rap is good too. You know what? I'm going to try and edit in the back here. I'll try and clip them together so we have a nice little outro.
Do you know what that refers to?
I do not.
Okay. Just now run through the searches and up to and including number 1147, page 77. Can you do that? And as you look through those, there are multiple references to movies and movie clips, if you know.
Yes, there is, sir.
And then finally, if you can look at record number 1148 on page 77, now we start some more champagne search. Is that accurate?
Yes, it is, sir.
So you're not, as you sit here today, you don't know who was actually searching for champagne and those related searches all during this day of December 5th.
I do not.
And you don't know who was searching for all those movies and things like that.
I do not.
And you wouldn't testify to the jury now that there's anything nefarious about someone conducting multiple searches for champagne or movie clips, is there?
Could you repeat that, sir?
There's nothing nefarious about someone searching for champagne or multiple movie clips during this period of time.
No.
And based on your investigation of the case, you did carefully look at each entry of the searches, correct?
Yes.
Now, once again, yesterday specifically, and you can turn to record number 1271, page 85, you were asked specifically yesterday by the government to look at that search. Can you look at that one again and tell us what it says?
Line 1271, dated January 2nd, 2023, 6:42 p.m. And the search states, I'm good.
So you testified to that yesterday, and you gave no context to it. But once again, it's a reference to the same "I'm good" that we saw had been searched for back in December 30th, correct? While someone is conducting champagne searches, correct?
Yes.
And as you sit here today, then, you can't tell the jury that there's anything suspicious about, or nefarious, that's my word, about the search you were asked about yesterday that was conducted on January 2nd of 2023 at record number 1271.
No.
Trooper, I'd like you to look at record number 1170 at page 78 that occurred on December 30th at 11:16:34 p.m.
1170, sir?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
You have that?
I do.
What does that search?
Search occurred on December 30th, 2022 at 11:16 p.m. and it states Nightshade.
Okay. Now, you're an investigator assigned to the district attorney's office, and you worked on this case. Is that correct?
Yes.
And what is that Nightshade referring to?
Would you like me to explain the searches below? I believe it's related to what you're asking.
Absolutely.
Yes, it says Nightshade Noodle Bar.
And those searches go through record number 1175 through page 79 regarding Nightshade and Noodle Bar and things like that.
Yes.
So tell us, what is Nightshade or Nightshade Noodle Bar? What is that?
I believe it's a restaurant.
Okay. And where is that restaurant located?
I am not sure, sir.
You're not sure. If I told you it was located right on the town line, close to the town line of Marblehead, Massachusetts and Lynn, Massachusetts, would that sound accurate to you?
I would have to search it.
Okay. So you haven't searched it.
No.
In the
Sorry, I just had to make it more exciting there for a second.
context of this case, you have, you sit here today, you have no idea of then the context of that search regarding Nightshade, do you?
It appears to be a restaurant, sir. That's
All right.
all I can say.
And are you aware of the fact that in your investigation of the case that Mr. Walsh actually made a reservation for a New Year's Day dinner at the Nightshade restaurant for himself and Miss Anna Walsh for New Year's Day?
I was not aware of that.
I'm actually muting and listening to the people screaming on the street. That's how boring this is.
Let's see. I got part 4 here. I think this. I don't. Okay.
Pardon?
You leave this here? Okay.
Trooper, I'm just going to show you what's been now marked for ID as Exhibit J. Have you ever seen that before in your examination of the iPhone? The iPhone.
I reviewed the messages. I don't specifically recall this one.
You would agree, wouldn't you, that that message indicates in its context that it's a reservation at the Nightshade restaurant?
Yes, sir.
And what is the phone number? It was great.
The phone number ending in 8646.
Did you, I apologize, did you tell us that you had or may have seen it? You just don't recall as you sit here today?
Yes, I reviewed the text through the past few years. I probably have seen it in the past, but I don't recall it.
This time I moved, have that text put in there.
Any objection?
No objection, Your Honor.
The text message that's previously been marked for identification as J is now in evidence as Exhibit 170. Thank you.
So is it accurate to say then, Trooper Keefe, that with regards at least to this particular text and the information that it contains, that to the best of your knowledge, nobody from the Norfolk County District Attorney's Office, such as yourself, as an investigator, went up and talked to anybody at Nightshade or tried to get records of any reservation that had in fact been made on 12/30 for a dinner date?
I did not, sir.
Okay. Trooper, I'd ask you to look at Exhibit 161 at record number 1250 at page 84. It's a search conducted at 12/31/22 at 10:26:16 a.m. Is that correct?
Yes, sir.
And if you will, sir, follow that search up to and including record number 1270 through page 85. It ends at 6:42:54 p.m.
What was the ending line, sir?
Record number 1270
1270. Okay.
at page 85.
Yes, sir.
What do those searches involve based on the content of the search query?
These searches appear to be kids' play places, how to file for a charity. Can you donate your lottery winnings? How to file a 501c3 for a church.
It's fair to say that those searches involve queries about charities and how to file charities related to a church or things like that based on the search queries, correct?
Yes.
And do you know what a 501c3 is?
I believe it's a nonprofit charity or organization.
Did you or anyone from the Norfolk County DA's office, to the best of your knowledge, investigate what that charity search involved?
I did not, sir.
And that charity search was conducted on December 31st, New Year's Eve, at 10:26:16 a.m. That's the search at record 1250, page 84, correct?
1250, sir?
Yes.
1250 is, can you donate your auto winning tax-free?
Okay, I'm sorry. It doesn't specifically include the word charity.
It does not.
Thank you for correcting me. As you go down to the next searches, 1252 on, it specifically starts talking about charities and 501c3s.
1256 begins the searches for filing a charity.
Thank you for correcting me. No one went and tried to find out what that was about.
I did not, sir.
Okay. Yesterday, you were asked specifically, sir, to tell the jury what was a search at record number 193, page 14. Can you turn to that? It's page 14, number 193.
Thank you.
Are you there?
Yes, sir.
And you were specifically asked what that search was about, and you told the jury it was about Autobahn, correct?
Yes.
And you were asked nothing else about any of the related searches that go through record number 198 regarding Autobahn, correct?
Correct.
And some of those searches specifically state Autobahn USA, correct?
Yes.
What is Autobahn USA?
I believe it's a car website or
Okay,
vehicles, motor vehicles.
Okay. And are you aware, based on your investigation of this case, that, and based on the content of the text messages between Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh, that Anna Walsh had asked Brian Walsh to buy her a Porsche?
Yes.
And are you aware of the fact that they talked about him buying her a Porsche in the text messages?
Sorry, did you say something?
Death. That's what I want.
Okay.
What I
Yes.
need.
And are you aware of the fact that he sent her pictures of a Porsche, in fact, 2 Porsches that were for sale?
Yes.
Are you aware of that?
Yes.
I'll be right
And are
back.
you aware of the fact that that took place on December 25th of 2022?
Yes, sir.
Did you ever go out in the context of the investigation of this case and talk to anybody at Autobahn to see if Mr. Walsh had appeared and was talking about buying a Porsche for Anna Walsh around Christmas time of 2022?
I did not, sir.
Okay. So I want to focus your attention to record number 418, page 29. And that is a search that was conducted on December 27th of 2022 at 6:17:23 a.m. Am I right about that?
Yes.
And the related searches to that, they go through record number 438, correct?
Correct.
Those searches are related to a Verizon store, correct?
Yes.
And they're actually location searches in some instances of a Verizon store, correct?
Yes.
And it's a Verizon store located in D.C., correct?
That is correct.
It's not a Verizon store located in or around Alaska, is it?
No.
And are you aware of the fact, Trooper Keith, that on or around December 27th, contained in the text message that has now been introduced into evidence, that Ms. Walsh stated to Mr. Walsh that her phone wasn't working properly at the same time on 12/27.
Yes, I do recall those.
And that she told him words to the effect of it just literally stopped working, or words to that effect.
There was something to that effect, yes.
And he texted her back and said words to the effect of, do you want me to get you a new phone, or do you need a new phone, correct?
I believe it was something like that, sir.
Then in the early morning hours of December 28th, Mr. Walsh sent her information about, well, here's a Verizon store in D.C. that you might go to if you need help.
Yes.
And she responded to him. You remember that?
I remember the messages about the Verizon store.
Yesterday, specifically on direct examination, you were asked about a search conducted at record number 1368, page 92. And that search was conducted on January 4th of 2023.
Sorry, sir. What was the line again? I just got to the page.
I'm sorry. Record number 1368, page 92.
Okay.
You were asked about that yesterday.
Yes, I was.
And you told this jury it was about the Mazda building.
The crossing building.
Oh, the crossing building.
Yes,
But you weren't asked for the context or anything of the sort. You just simply told the jury what the search query was, correct?
that's correct.
I want to ask you now to go back to record number 804 at page 54. Are you there, sir?
Yes, sir.
Is it fair to say that beginning at 8:04, page 54, on December 29th of 2022 at 9:13:47 p.m., that those searches are related to the Mazda building also.
Yes, sir.
And those searches go through record number 825 at page 55.
Yes, the Mazda building, crossing building. Correct.
So yesterday you weren't asked about those searches that go back to December 29th. You were only asked about the search on January 4th. Is that correct?
No, I believe I was asked about those searches prior to.
All right, fine. Then I'm wrong. You know what Mazda building?
The building in DC, I believe here where Anna Walsh works.
What about the crossing?
I don't know the specifics, just building in DC.
As an investigator in this case, and since you were asked specifically by the government yesterday to tell the jury about those searches, you went and investigated what had been occurring at the Mazda building in Tishman Spire regarding their management of the Mazda building. And
Sorry, I think I missed.
You missed
earlier.
nothing.
No, the super chat. Hear me out. These troopers collect evidence in solo cups.
Yeah, you missed that, but in the Karen Reed,
Oh,
they collected evidence in solo cups from the snow. They just things happen in that trial and investigation that you wouldn't even believe.
wouldn't even believe. Yes, I am in disbelief. And then cared for JC YouTube super sticker $5. Thank you very much.
Thanks, care for.
Why is it not playing?
I don't know the specifics, sir.
are you aware of the fact, trooper as an investigator connected to this case, that there was a Legionnaire disease out in October of 2022 of those properties that were managed by Tishman Spire?
I was not aware of that.
Are you aware of any letter that's contained, or let's strike that, that's not fair. Are you aware of any letter that was issued by the DC Department of Public Health specifically to Ann Walsh in her capacity as Regional General Manager regarding that Legionnaire disease outbreak?
Objection.
Sustain.
Did you investigate and ask anybody at Tishman Meyer about anything occurring in October regarding the building they were managing, specifically that Ann Walsh was in?
Objection.
Let's see at the side of the bed.
By the way, if these places
Based
are
on your review, Trooper Keith.
petri dishes for Legionnaires, these sound like slum lords.
I think all landlords are slumlords, kind of.
Well, these are apartment complexes, right?
But
Yeah.
this, I looked it up. It's like one apartment goes for like $9,000 a month rent.
They're still slumlords, though.
They should not have Legionnaires scares there.
They shouldn't, and they probably. I don't know if they did or not, but it has nothing to do with this particular case, obviously.
Of the contents on the iPhone that is the subject of Exhibit 161. It's fair to say that in the searches running from the date of December 25th of 2022, up and including the end of December 31st of 2022, you saw no evidence of searches in the Safari search history regarding any searches for things like tools or searches suggesting how to dispose of a body or anything like that.
No,
What?
okay, so they're proving that it wasn't premeditated. Your client's just an idiot, though.
Correct?
I did not see any of those December 25th to the 29th.
Okay. And it's fair to say that based on your review of the search queries that were made, and they're contained in Exhibit 161, what you see for the search queries, it's fair to characterize them as there's multiple searches for various actors and actresses and music and movies, piano lessons, kinder care, and even a dog barking toy. Do you recall those?
I do, sir, yes.
And you were asked something about yesterday, and I'm sorry I don't have a citation, and that's my fault, but do you remember telling this jury about a search that involved something called My Exes?
Yes.
And the search right below it, I think, if you recall. And I once again apologize, I don't have a citation. But I think you were asked on direct that it also had something like a reference to assault, correct?
Yes.
But you weren't asked to give context to that at all. You just told the jury what the search was, correct?
That's correct.
And you would agree with me when we started that. Once again, there's just nothing nefarious about someone searching for what turns out to be a country western song, correct?
Correct.
Trooper Keith, you in the past applied for search warrants, haven't you?
I have, sir.
And you know what the procedure is, correct?
Yes.
And you understand that, are you familiar with the phrase probable cause?
I am, sir.
And can you just explain briefly what probable cause means in the context of getting a search warrant?
Objection.
Overruled.
The facts and information pertaining to your investigation in order to charge a crime, more or less. More likely than not that this crime had occurred.
And it's fair to say that once you start an investigation, your experience tells you that you might get a search warrant that covers a particular time period. And if you get information, either based on the content of what you discovered pursuant to the search warrant or your continued investigation, you can return to a court and apply for an additional search warrant.
It depends what the search warrant is for, what the search warrant is for.
In a case where you're investigating what happened, such as this, what happened to Anna Wall, wouldn't it be important to you to look back beyond 12/25 of 2022 to see if there was any evidence in the iPhone Mini, or the iPhone SE, or the iPad, or MacBook, to see if there were any other entries that indicated that the person using those devices had planned to do any harm to Anna Wall?
At the time, we don't have probable cause to expand that search warrant, sir.
Well, you certainly had at the time. I'm sorry.
During that investigation.
You gotta speak up a little bit.
Sorry. Could you repeat the question again? Yeah, it was.
You would agree,
Your Honor.
I'll see you both at the side of the bench.
who was the Mass State Police officer designated as, quote, the case on the investigation of this case on or around January 8th of 2023?
That would be Trooper Michael Proctor.
And what does case officer mean?
That no is muted.
That's the guy the investigator who went through.
Yeah, I know.
Phone looking for, yeah.
Yeah. Now, unless they have him testify, I don't know what the point is. And
Well, they're mentioning him because he was part of the investigation.
right, but why would the jury know that? I'm sure they qualified the jury about that.
Maybe, I don't know, but I don't think they're mentioning him for any reason other than his. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
And that
You manage the case, so you're the lead case officer. You delegate tasks and things that need to be done throughout the course of the investigation.
so you manage the case and you oversee.
Yes, sir. Yes.
It was Michael Warhol.
Yes.
And it is fair to say, it's accurate, that you, in fact, you signed off on and applied for some search warrants in this case.
Yes, I did.
And you were the trooper in charge, being a forensic digital specialist, who analyzed the data on the iPhone Mini, correct?
The iPhone 13 mini, yeah.
But you yourself, then, just yes or no, you yourself you never applied for any further search warrant to look at more data on the iPhone 13.
I did not.
Trooper Keefe, yesterday, you were asked to show what was referred to as a PowerPoint presentation, correct?
Yes.
And in that PowerPoint presentation, what you did was you compiled, with the use of the Lexis software, you compiled a bunch of data points and believed that you were able then to explain the certain locations of those two phones, the iPhone SE and the iPhone Mini, over a period of time relative to the investigation of the case, correct?
That's correct.
And correct me if I'm wrong, but one of the reasons you compiled that PowerPoint presentation, I call it a presentation, but you compiled it with PowerPoint, was to try to assimilate and get a lot of information together so you have context for the information, correct?
Within that GPS data set, there's thousands of points. So this is just one specific point within that data set for those two different devices.
So when I use the phrase to give context, in other words, once you start using that location data, and based on your review of the digital data, then you can make further conclusions about what a particular data point means when it shows up on the location data, right?
Unsure of the question, sir.
That's a terrible question, so let me try it this way. If you just look at those data points individually without any context, you don't know what data point came before it, you don't know what data point came behind it. All you have is a bunch of individual data points that really don't tell you much of anything, correct?
No.
Well, I'm not correct.
No.
Once you put together all those single, independent data points, you begin to better understand what the location data is telling you.
Once they are uploaded using the mapping software, it's an interactive map, and you can look at the thousands of data points day by day, times, specific dates, times, and it'll map out specific dates, times of the events of the location.
So it helps you better understand what the events were over a period of time.
Yes.
So did you ever put together, in the investigation of this case, the information that was taken out of the iPhone 13, and did you ever take it and put it in some format where you compared it to the other digital data, for instance, that was taken off the MacBook? Right, device number 3.
You'll have to specify data. I don't know what data you're talking about.
Well, the data on the MacBook it included the activity that was gleaned from the MacBook, beginning on or around December 25th up to January 1st of 2023. Okay.
Is there anything specific? There's a lot of data contained within both devices. I'm not sure what you're asking me to compare.
Well, I think you told this jury yesterday that with regards to the location data, you had something like over 40,000 data points to deal with, correct?
From the iPhone 13 mini, yes.
So then you decided, out of that 40,000 different data points, you decided which ones you would use to help better understand what events occurred during that relevant time period that you testified to yesterday, correct?
Yes.
So I guess my question is that, did you ever make an effort to get all the data information from the MacBook Gray searches and then compare it to the data that you took off the iPhone 13 mini and look at that data and find out, see what happened over a period of days, 12/25, 12/26, 12/27 through January 1st, according to the times of when each event happened on each one of those days between those devices?
So Trooper Nicholas Garino did the MacBook extraction and analysis. Are you asking specifically about location data?
No, I'm talking about the data that was gleaned from the MacBook Gray and, for instance, the data that you gleaned from the iPad, from the iPhone mini.
I did not compare the two, if that's what you're asking.
Would you agree with me, Trooper Keith, that if you lined up all of the data that showed what happened on those two devices, for instance, the information, the activity on the MacBook, and you combined it with the activity on the iPad, on the iPhone mini, I apologize, the iPhone mini 13, that you would have a better understanding of exactly what was going on during the day of, for instance, 12/25/22 and 12/26/22, that would help you better understand the context of the information?
Objection.
Overruled.
They're two different devices. They'll be used at two different times.
Well, you used two different devices, used at two different times to compile your location data.
Yes, for different days throughout that time frame.
Right. So it's not, the issue isn't two different devices, is it? It's the fact that you have two different devices operating on the same day. You actually can combine all the activity that happened on device A and with the activity that happened on device B and have a better understanding of what was going on.
I did not compare the two devices, sir.
I hate to do this, Judge.
Yes.
Go get a sidebar.
You may.
Sorry.
I'm presenting you with what's been marked Exhibit 168.
Okay.
Characterized as the call log.
Yes, sir.
So just so the record's clear, 168 and 161 is before the witness right now? Okay, just want to make sure. 160.
Yes, 161, 168.
Right.
And the text messages were introduced this morning as I'm going to ask you, Trooper, to look at Exhibit 161, page 2, record 16.
161, page 2, record 16, sir?
Yes, Trooper.
Okay, yes,
Have that in front of you?
yes.
Is it fair to say that that's one of the references that you testified to yesterday, check a flight, JetBlue?
That is correct.
Now, I'm going to ask that in Exhibit 169, page 2, dated 12/25/22 at 11:54:05, the top of the page, you see that? Yes. Do you see that, Trooper?
Yes, sir, yes.
At 11:54:05 a.m., the text message from number 8646 to phone number 7966, there's a message of, I haven't heard from you at all, correct?
Correct.
And then I'm going to ask that, Trooper, you look at Exhibit 161 again, that you have, and look at page 2, record number 21.
Yes.
That's an entry at 12:09:24 p.m., and it is one of the searches you testified to yesterday regarding William Fasto, misspelled, William Fasto, DC Real.
Correct.
And so then you go down to, I'm going to ask you to continue to look at, now, page 3 of Exhibit 161 at record 27 at 12:09:28 p.m., looks like 0.4 of a second. And that is a search entitled William Fasto, DC Real Estate, correct?
Yes, that's correct.
And now I'm going to ask you to look at what was marked as Exhibit 161, the call log, at page 11, record 137, a search dated at timed at 12:15 p.m.
Sir, that was Exhibit 168 is the call log.
Oh, I've already messed it up.
161.
I did. 168.
Okay, I'm going to have to take it out of the binder here. It's stapled.
Take your time, and I apologize.
Okay, sir, could you go again with that?
Yes, absolutely. 168 at page 11, I'll call it record 137, timestamp 12:15.
Yes, 137.
Timestamp 12:15 p.m., correct?
December 25th, 2022, 12:15 p.m., yes.
And that, from the call log, that indicates some interaction between the two devices, and that Exhibit 168 has to do with phone ending in 8646 and phone ending in 7966, correct? Assigned to Brian Walshe and Anna Walshe, correct?
Yes.
And there's a 1-minute, 23-second call between those two phones?
Yes, yes.
We don't know the content, do we?
I do not.
Okay. And then as you continue to proceed in this relevant time period, you go to Exhibit 161 again at page 3, record 35.
Yes.
And that is a search conducted at 12:22:06 p.m., correct?
Yes.
And the search is Anna Walshe, Tishman Spear. Is that right?
Yes.
Now we get, say on Exhibit 161 for the next 5 requests, 161, page 4, record 43. Timestamp 12/28/57.
Yes.
Search Christmas Day plane crash.
That's correct.
Same exhibit 161, dated 12/25/22, same time period, page 4.
Lady Dragonborn says, "Oh dear Lord, who cares about all this? Where's he going with all this? He's going nowhere. He's just throwing out more stuff, just being more confusing. If you can throw all these things out there for the jury to remember, because the prosecution didn't give anything solid for them to remember, those just get muddied down, watered down, muddied water.
Record
Whatever.
50. I'm sorry. Record. Yeah, I'm right. Record 50.
Would you like to read the content, sir?
Yes, go ahead.
Number 50, December 25th, 2022, 12:31 p.m.
No, we knew one of the numbers was hers earlier. They said it. You just didn't catch it. You're not paying attention enough, not FBI. It's the prosecutor can't hold your hand through all this.
How could you not pay attention to this? This is so fascinating.
It is, though. I have a... Yeah, it is.
Jeff Chad Tishman Spire.
Right.
Stiper.
Now just keep going down. Exhibit 161, 12/25/22, page 4, record 53.
Anna Walsh found dead.
12/45/47, correct?
Yes.
And once again, I think you just told the jury, Anna Walsh found dead, correct?
Yes, sir.
And as we continue to go down, the next is Exhibit 161, page 5, record 57, at 12:46:10 p.m.
Yes.
And it's a search for Jeff Chod, C-H-O-D.
Correct.
That's his name, Jeff Chod,
Chode?
which is different than the other guy.
And,
Malta or something?
Umlaut?
No.
I'm going to ask you to look at
Gem Umlaut.
Yeah, Gem Umlaut.
Exhibit 168 at page 11, record 132, timestamp 12:57 p.m.
Yes.
It indicates a phone call between these two phones.
Yes.
That lasted 4 minutes and 45 seconds.
Yes, it's an outgoing call from the device ending in 8646 to the number 7966 Anna New.
Okay. And you don't know what they were talking about, if they were talking at all. You just know that there was a call that lasted 4 minutes and 45 seconds between those two phones at
Well, what were you doing for 4 minutes?
that time.
Correct.
And then if you'll go back to, I'm sorry, if we could have page 2 on the exhibit 169 for 12:57:26, and the entry is, as seen on the screen, my flight got canceled driving up. Is that fair to say?
Yes.
So just stopping there. Between 11:52, we started with 11:52, exhibit 161. We're now down at the time period of 12:57. Is it fair to say that what looks like is that Anna Walsh, at least Anna Walsh's phone, texted, the phone assigned to Mr. Walsh, and told, and texted, my flight got canceled and I'm driving up?
Maybe this will help. I'll put this on in the background.
And before that, those texts that you read to the jury, where they're entered, Anna Walsh found dead, our plane crash, correct? The ones you testified to just a moment ago? Those searches, they appear to be searches to see if some harm came to Anna Walsh, correct?
Again, I can read the context. I don't know the content of the search.
But did you consider that in your investigation of the case when you looked at all this data together?
That specific search and text message?
All this data together, you just now told the jury about. Did you look at all that data together at one time, like you just went to the jury, created context for all of those communications in those 3 different sources of information? Did you ever do that?
What 3? The call log, 3 sources? I'm not sure.
Better.
The hair's down there now. To the point, the wax comes out of a grown man's penis.
What? I've looked at all 3 of them.
Vagina. You'll taste it.
So good.
If you ever look and compare them and see that there were searches that looked like someone was concerned about harm that may have come to Anna Walsh, and then when Anna Walsh texted and said, my flight got canceled, none of those alarming texts occurred.
Objection.
As to the characterization,
Yes.
sustained.
Did you see, I understand. Did you see any other text after the 12:57 text from Anna Walsh's phone saying my flight got canceled driving up? Did you see any text after that where there were any searches about plane crash or is Anna Walsh dead or anything like that? You didn't see anything like that, did you?
I would have to review them again, sir.
I want to ask you to look at exhibit 168, beginning at page 11, record number 129. What is that timestamp?
You said 168?
Exhibit 168. I'm sorry, Trooper. 168, record. I'm looking at record 129, page 11.
Sorry, what was the line again, sir? Sorry.
That's okay. Do you see on page 11 a call that lasted 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds? An outgoing call. Do you see that?
I do, sir.
And that is a 1 hour, 22 minutes, 33 second call. That's an outgoing call from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Correct? Correct. And then do you see another call on page 11 that lasted 3 hours, 2 minutes, and 37 seconds?
On page 11, sir?
Yes.
3 hours? I do.
What'd you say?
They should just play this in the court.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If you do not, you can say that.
Do not see a call.
Do you see a call that lasts 6 minutes and 5 seconds on page 11?
Yes, I do.
And then do you see another call that lasted 1 hour, 27 seconds and 27 seconds and 07 seconds? Do you see that? And that call originated on the phone assigned to Anna Walsh.
I'm not sure what. Can you repeat that?
Yes. Do you see a phone call that lasted 1 minute, 27 seconds?
On page 11, sir?
Yes.
I do not.
Then this might be a good time to stop.
Okay.
Right, Judy. Where is Aunt Bev when you need to get things moving? I
So
also
you're telling us that I can't explore getting further search.
Sorry,
this
go
is
ahead.
more of a House of Pain crowd.
Yeah.
You know.
warrants to go back at 12:45 with this witness.
I think you can with regard to his sort of, I'll call it area of.
So, well, I don't even have to cover it. He says right here.
Oh my God, who fucking cares? They talked on the phone.
So you're telling us that I can't explore getting further search warrants to go back at 12:45 with this witness.
I think you can with regard to his sort of, I'll call it area of expertise, but that's not what you really want, right?
You mean with the Verizon records?
Yes.
Yeah. No, I don't.
I mean, as I look through back to go through, I think you have to have the filter that I'm placing right now is you have to have a good faith basis for all your questions. Both this, we'll call him an expert. This trooper's expertise, as is revealed by those search warrants, is in a particular narrow focus. Now, you set the foundation for some broader thing. Maybe Ken, I don't know, making reasonable inferences from what I know about the case. Then I make them in.
Is this why they use so many different people in case one of them up? Then they can just be like, oh, that was that one guy.
Yeah, I feel like they use so many people because they keep getting like put on desk duty or
Gotcha.
whatever. I don't know.
But with this witness, and there may be other witnesses to include Trooper Proctor. Seems like Trooper Guarino had a slightly different role than even Trooper Key. So I think there are proper inquiries of proper individuals that you might be able to make these inquiries to some depth. I don't think this is one of them. Based on the record that's before me, you can ask probing questions if you wish, and you know something that I don't. Again, I'm the consumer of the evidence, just like the jury in that regard. And I certainly do have a lot of learning from the time that I've spent on this case, but on what I know right now, I don't think it's a proper line of inquiry.
I understand the question. First, I'm going to apologize, but would you tell us
We only got 22 minutes left.
that Exhibit 168, the call, that call log is arranged beginning at late dates going to early dates, correct? It starts at January 3rd.
Yes, it starts January 3rd, 2023 to December 25th, 2022.
And all of the other two documents that we're using, the Exhibit 169 and 161, those all start with the earlier dates and proceed, correct?
Yes, those are in ascending. This one looks like it's descending order.
So now then, I understand. Hopefully I will go here. So now, starting with Exhibit 168 at page 11, record 129, occurring at 1:40.
I'm just gonna go to bed. Can you guys shut down the stream for me when
You got it.
10 p.m. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
That's a call that lasted 1 hour, 22 minutes, and 33 seconds, correct?
Correct.
And it was a call that originated on the phone assigned to Brian Walsh.
Yes, it was an outgoing call to the number ending in 7966, Anna New.
Okay. Staying on that document, page 11, record 126, timestamped at 3:02:37 p.m. There's a call that lasted 6 minutes and 5 seconds.
Correct.
And once again, it originated from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, correct?
Correct.
Now, go to page 10, record number 124. An event happening at 4:11:06 p.m. There's a call that lasted 1 hour, 27 minutes, and 7 seconds.
Correct.
Now, that call originated from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, correct?
This is literally just going through the same shit the prosecution just did.
Correct.
Yes, that is an incoming call.
But with the way he inflects it, makes it sound like this is supporting his argument or his client. Like, you get that? That's why I used to get attorneys. Like, now that came from Anna, didn't it? And the jury's like, oh, was that important?
Well, what?
Because he's using names versus the prosecution going, and that came from 7734, right?
It's just amazing. Like,
Yeah, defense did waste all day with it, but they're actually getting some. They
could have done a better job. They could have been quicker and with it.
but that's not what they want to do. They want the jury to forget everything the prosecution said because they didn't give them any specifics or way to tie it together.
Yeah, they didn't say
Now
anything.
they went on, or the defense went on longer than the prosecution on cross, and they're saying basically the same things,
Which is nothing.
which is nothing.
Are you aware of the fact, based on your involvement in the case, that Anna Walsh, her flight was canceled and she wound up driving up from D.C. to Cohasset?
On December 25th, sir?
Yes.
Yes.
And would it be accurate to say that during this time frame that we've just talked about, these 3 calls, that's when Anna Walsh is driving from D.C. to Cohasset?
Yes, that could be inferred from that.
So it appears from these records that during this time frame, Ken, that after her flight's canceled, her phone is texting, her phone is signed to Brian Walsh saying, my flight was canceled, I'm on my way. That they're having no less than 3 phone calls between themselves, between their phones, as she drives up.
Yes.
And then, if you can, look at the screen, and I'm referring to page 2, and the text timestamped 6:37:46 p.m. on 12/25. It looks like Anna Walsh, or the phone assigned to her, text on an hour and a half left. Right. And then as you continue on Exhibit 169,
I'll be
at
out.
page 3, timestamped 7:26:02, it appears that that phone texts an image of a car to Brian Walsh, correct?
Correct.
Or at least the phone assigned to him. And the photo looks like there's a photo of a Porsche.
Yes.
And now if you refer to Exhibit 161 at page 14, record 193, timestamped 8:28:12 p.m.
193, sir?
Yes.
Yes, okay.
That's one of those Autobahn searches, correct?
Correct.
Where it appears that someone's looking for a luxury car. Or
An
at least
hour
searching the
later.
Autobahn for a car.
Yes.
If we go now to
It isn't
Exhibit
relevant.
169, and we're looking at
That's what I
page,
keep saying, Robin. It's not relevant at all, but neither did the prosecution. It sounds exactly the same as the prosecution. So it's just people just throwing out words.
3, we see a text that timestamped 10:34:50 p.m.
Yes.
And it involves a property listing at Zillow.
Correct.
And if you scroll down,
I don't want to get struck.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 texts, all of those 10, encompassing page 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7, they continue to be texts regarding Zillow postings for property, correct?
Yes, they all appear to be text sent from the number ending in 7966, assigned to Anna Walsh, to 8646, about properties.
And those properties are all situated in or around the greater DC area or Baltimore, correct?
Yes.
And do you know, officer, from your involvement in this case, about what time Miss Walsh arrived in Cohasset when she drove up from DC?
On the 25th?
Yes.
I do not know.
If I told you that she arrived sometime around 8 or 8:30 in the evening, does that sound accurate to you based on your review of all the data?
Sounds reasonable.
So it would appear that all these Zillow listings you refer to that are occurring sometime around 10:30 p.m. on 12/25 through 10:58, it appears that he's already home. Anna Walsh is already back in Cohasset, and she's texting on her phone to a phone assigned to Brian Walsh. All of these listings, correct?
Yes.
Now we're referring you to what's been marked Exhibit 168, the call log. I'm going to refer you to record number 114 at page 10, and it shows that there was some type of phone connection for 5 minutes and 19 seconds between the phone assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh, and to the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Correct. And we can go down and just follow that on page 9, record number 112. We see a 36-minute phone call between the phones assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh. Correct? Correct. Once again, you don't know what the content of the phone call was, but that's what it appears, that there was a 36-minute phone call between them.
Yes.
And we continue to go down.
Miss Peanut wants his girlfriend now.
Page 9, record 106. Now there's a 21-minute phone call, correct?
Yeah.
Now we're on Exhibit 161. Now we're on a different date. We're on the next day, December 27th of 2022. I'm going to refer you to record number 316, page 22. You recognize that entry on Exhibit 161?
What was the page number, sir? Sorry, I put 168 down.
That's fine. Page 22, record number 316.
Okay.
You see that?
I do.
It occurred at 6:57:46 a.m., correct?
Yes.
That's that reference you were asked on direct examination yesterday, that reference to all my exes, correct?
Yes.
And then on the same day, and now we're looking at Exhibit 168, the call log. We're going to refer you to page 9 and ask you to look at record 104. They begin a series of phone calls, 3 phone calls, 10 minutes and 43 seconds, 1 minute and 1 second, a third one, 26 minutes and 21 seconds, all originating from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Do you need me to tell you exactly what the records are? I apologize.
Yeah, could you go again with the record number, sir?
Yes. 104,
Okay.
102, and 100.
Okay, yes.
Okay. And then there's at record 98 on page 8, 98 at page 8. There's a 23-minute phone call.
Correct.
And that originated from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh.
Correct.
Now, I want to refer you to now the text messaging that's been entered as Exhibit 169 at page 7, and it's timestamped 10:59:32 a.m. And it appears that the phone assigned to Anna Walsh texts, when can they have the thing signed? Do you see that?
I do, sir.
And immediately following that, in the call log, Exhibit 168 is a phone call that lasts 6 minutes from the phones assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh. And it originated from Anna Walsh's phone, didn't it not?
I'm just checking the call log now, sir.
You see that?
I see the text, but I see the specific call you were referring to in the call logs, sir.
Okay. Let me try to give you page 8,
Yep.
record number 96, timestamped at 11:05:17 a.m.
Page 8, 98 on this one has a different time and date, sir.
All right, what is it? Just tell the jury what it is.
This one is December 27, 2022, 10:41 a.m. That's number 98.
Okay. And it lasts for 23 minutes, 10 seconds.
Yes.
Go on down to now, page 8, record number 96 on the same exhibit, 11:05:17 a.m., a phone call that lasts 6 minutes and 54 seconds.
Correct.
Now, we're going to jump down a little bit, and at exhibit 169, the text messages, on page 8, a text message timestamped at 6:36:44, there's a text that reads, did they sign?
Yes, I see that.
And then you see a text following that, the very next text, timestamped at 6:39 p.m. in exhibit 169, and it looks like it originates from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, and she says, I emailed Stephen to see if he helped with the paperwork, correct?
Yes.
And then as we go through these text messages, the
I'm
next
about
text message
to
is
slam my head
the phone
against
assigned
the
to Brian
wall.
Walsh. She said they signed. That's the text message.
Yes.
Then the same phone text immediately thereafter, let's get this deal done.
That's correct.
And then there's a text from Anna Walsh, apparently, or the phone assigned to her immediately thereafter. Did she text you? You see that?
Yes.
I mean, I don't know how Brian wanting to get a deal done or Anna planning on getting deals done, buying a property.
Then the phone assigned to Brian Walsh says yes.
She didn't know she was going to be murdered.
And then the next text is on page 10 at 6:39:36. Anna Walsh texts, at least her phone does, I didn't see it.
Yes, correct.
And then a few seconds later, that phone texts, great.
Yes.
And then that same phone assigned to Anna Walsh at 6:40 texts, let me have Stephen confirm and I'll Venmo them.
Yes, correct.
And then there's a text that says great from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Then immediate text about an hour and a half later that says hello. And that's at page 11 on exhibit 169 at 8:03:04.
Correct, yes.
So based on your investigation and based on your review of this data, that series of texts where they're talking about a deal and Venmo and everything else, it appears to you, doesn't it, that they were involved in the sale of property or something? Is that fair to say?
It appears they were looking at
Conclusion. Oh, withdraw.
You can answer.
It appears they were looking at properties and possibly have sold the property or something based off those text messages.
Did you, as one of the investigators in the case, did you have any assignment to go try to explore what this sale was?
I did not.
Okay. Let me ask you something. You're assigned to the Norfolk County District Attorney, right?
Yes.
There's a number of other troopers that are assigned to that office specifically to investigate serious felonies, allegations of serious felonies, correct?
That is correct, sir.
And is it fair to say that I think earlier in cross-examination testimony, you said that you collaborate, you talk to each other, you share
Correct.
information, correct?
Yes.
And so one reason you share information amongst your fellow troopers that are assigned to the district attorney's office is so you can all learn more about the case and make a better understanding of what the data means and what the information you're getting might be, correct?
Yeah, we collaborate, share information about any investigation going on.
Based on your collaboration with your fellow troopers in connection with this case, are you aware of any one of your fellow troopers assigned to investigate this case that ever went out and tried to determine the nature of that sale of property that we just went through based on the information that's in these 3 different sources of information?
I believe so.
Okay. And do you know what the sale of property was?
I don't know the details of it.
Do you know where the property was that was sold?
I believe the North Shore somewhere.
Do you know how much it involved?
I do not.
Do you know whose name that property was in?
I do not.
Do you know where the proceeds went? The proceeds of the sale went?
No, sir.
Okay.
Bartender.
I want to ask you, refer to exhibit 169 on the screen. It'll be at page 11, a text timestamped at 8:03:04 p.m. And there is a text coming from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh that says hello.
Yes.
It's followed by a text that says from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, phone died.
Correct.
There's a text that immediately follows that, indicates a screenshot of a phone.
Yes.
Is that correct?
Yes.
And then a text that immediately follows, literally, that's the word that's used. And that's coming from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh.
Yes.
And then a text that follows about 2 minutes later, coming from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, where he simply says hello.
Yes.
Then an immediate text after that from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Do you need a new phone?
Correct.
And then there is that text where it appears at 6:18 at 6:18:55 a.m. at page 14 on exhibit 169, where Brian Walsh, the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, is texting location data to 1001 Connecticut Avenue, northwest of Verizon store.
Yes, it appears to be an address to a Verizon store.
Okay, and that's what we talked about a little bit before, right?
Yes.
But now we have it in context, don't we? We realize that there's text going back between these phones of Anna Walsh's phones seem to not be working right, and then the phone assigned to Brian Walsh finds the location of a store and sends it.
Yes.
And if you just keep going down those texts, the next text, the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, she says, thank you, right?
Yes.
Okay, now we're changed to the next date. 12/28/22, we're looking at exhibit 169, and there's a series of texts that begin at 7:10:59 a.m. on page 14, and the phone assigned to Anna Walsh says, we'll work from home today, correct?
Correct.
And then there's a text that follows 3 minutes later from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, says, feel better.
Correct.
And I mean, from reading those texts, it would suggest that Anna Walsh wasn't feeling well, and she was working at home, correct?
Yes.
And then there's a text immediately thereafter from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh saying, let me get the boys ready, correct?
Yes.
As we scroll through these texts, the text at page 16, timestamp 7:15 a.m. There's a text comes from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, says, love you, correct?
Could you scroll down a little further, please?
Page 16, timestamp 7:15 a.m.
Yes, correct.
And then immediately thereafter, there's a text, page 16, immediately following that text, coming from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, and she says, love, or the phone says, love you too.
Correct.
The phone assigned to Brian Walsh says, I will get you a plunger, correct?
Yes.
Next text from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, and a Porsche.
Yes.
The phone assigned to Anna Walsh says, haha.
Correct.
Then Anna Walsh phone says, thank you.
Yes.
The phone assigned to Brian Walsh says they both start with P.
Correct.
Do you think that phone is referring to the Porsche and the plunger?
Yes, sir.
And then Anna Walsh, the phone anyway, responds, I'll take care of the plunger. You just get the Porsche, correct?
Yes.
Okay. And then there's a couple of texts back and forth saying, ha ha, ha ha, right?
Yes.
Immediately thereafter, about an hour and a half later, same exhibit, 169, page 20, at 9:26:13 a.m., from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, there's a screenshot of a Porsche, correct?
Yeah, it appears to be a vehicle. I don't know if it's a Porsche or not, sir.
Okay. And then there's a second text and another screenshot. And can you tell if it's of a Porsche?
Don't believe so based off the picture.
Okay. Then at 9:30, on 12:28, page 21, still the text, the phone assigned to Brian Walsh says hello.
Correct.
And about 3 hours later, the phone assigned to Anna Walsh texts back, fix the phone.
Correct.
She then continues, her phone does, SIM card died. Correct?
Yes, sir.
Now I'm going to jump down to the next text at exhibit 169, page 22, timestamp 3:22:23, and it contains 3 more images of property, correct?
Could you scroll down, please? Right. Yes, sir.
And then there's a text of 3 movies being sent from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh. It's 3 movies, and if you can read the related data to those movies, does it indicate to you, based on your experience as a forensic digital specialist, that those movies have to do with the property posting?
Yes, could you scroll up a little, please? Just, okay, yeah, so they're attachments to a text, yes.
Okay. And then, right at the same time, there's a reference made to 3 family brownstone from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, correct?
Yes, correct.
Then what happens is, on the call log, exhibit 168, at page 6, record 66, there's a phone call between the phones assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh.
Record 66, sir.
Yes.
Yes.
And then when we go back to exhibit 69, right in the same time frame, now there's text being exchanged between the phones assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh, including a text, looks good, then 1 minute. And the phones continue to text. And then there's another phone call that we can find at exhibit 168, page 6, record 64. And it's a phone call between the phones assigned to them. So those phones are communicating together. I mean, we don't know what they're saying, right?
Correct.
And then if you go back to the text, we're still on the same day, 12:28. Now there's text about from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Then the numbers work. It's a timestamp 3:50:19.
Yes.
Now there's a couple of phone calls that immediately follow that text. Phone calls between the phones assigned to Anna Walsh, and that's from exhibit 168, first at page 6, record 62,
Yes, sir.
and then page 5, record 60.
Yes.
Then what happens? Same day, 12:28 on the call log, exhibit 168, at page 5, record 56, there is a 21-minute, 47-second phone call between the 2 phones assigned to Anna Walsh and Brian Walsh.
Yes, incoming call from 7966, assigned to Anna Walsh.
And then about 30 minutes later, another phone call, this time originating from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. It's for 15 minutes and 11 seconds.
Yes.
Oh my God, we're so close. We're 15 minutes away.
Through the text messages that are contained in exhibit 169. And I want to refer to page 30 and the text message timestamped 11:18 a.m., 11:18:10 a.m. You see the text coming from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh that said, it's incoming soon at 199K.
I do.
And the next text is, had 2 bathrooms, good shape.
Yes.
Next text from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, offer 195K.
Yeah.
Response from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, probably. Do you see that?
Yes, sir.
Then immediately thereafter, a text that says, let's see what TJ says.
Yes.
And then there's a series of texts that immediately follow. Okay. Then there's another Zillow posting. We're now at page 32 of exhibit 169. And then there's a specific reference from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. They paid $80,000 in 2015. Correct?
Yes.
And there's a second text. Assessment at 4. What's that text say? At 11:21:31, page 32.
Assessment at 120K, 120K.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
It sounds like the communications going on between these 2 phones is talking about the possible purchase of a new property, right?
Yes.
And that Zillow reference in exhibit 169 at page 32 at 11:19:54, that Zillow reference is a property in DC, isn't it?
Yes.
And then scrolling down to page 33, 11:21:50, we see a text, zesting at 175K.
Yes.
And what does zesting mean? Do you have any idea?
The estimate of the property.
Okay. And then the next text is, our unit is really 1820 square feet.
Correct.
All right, may we approach?
Yes.
As we continue with this series of texts, now we're on December 29th, page 33 of exhibit 169. At 11:21:59, the phone assigned to Anna Walsh text, and this one as well.
Yes.
The next text from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, 1320 above ground, 500 under.
Correct.
Do you have any idea what the reference or the context is for that text? 1320 above ground, 500 under.
The possible square footage of the property.
Okay. And then the next text coming from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Let's see how much work it needs. You see that?
Yes.
Then there's a text. Are they renting it out?
Yes.
Then the next text makes sense to take it down hard, correct?
I see that, yes.
And then does it sound like to you, based on your investigation in this case, that there's a discussion going on about possibly buying a new property in or around the DC area?
Yes.
I want to go forward now to Exhibit 161. I'm going to focus you to page 54, record 804, occurring at 9:13:47 p.m. And there's a reference once again to the Mazda building in Washington. Oh, I'm sorry.
804, sir?
Yes, record 804, page 54.
I don't care.
Then returning now to the text of Exhibit 169 on 12:30, page 40, a text occurring at 6:01:24 a.m. from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Flight on time? Question mark.
Yes.
Couldn't believe him. Anyway, enough of that. Let's talk about you. How come you're here?
Bartender.
Is phone boarding now?
Yes.
Next text from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Great.
Correct.
Next text from Anna Walsh. Signed. Ha.
Correct.
Then the next text immediately following that from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. Did you get test? And then the next immediate text that follows is the word rest.
Yes, correct.
Does it appear to you that the texter intended to say, did you get rest, and change text to rest?
Objection conclusion.
I don't
Mistake.
care.
Text is awake early, I see, and that comes from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh.
Correct.
And at page
This is somehow more boring than Robert Tellis.
43 in Exhibit 169, the phone assigned to Anna Walsh simply says a little. And then that phone says, it was a big Thursday night.
No, you really don't have to pay attention, Sherry B, the tax lady. This is all nothing. This is
Paying
just
attention.
regurgitating what the prosecution already said.
Just acquit him and get him. Okay.
See those texts?
I do, sir.
And those are at 6:02 a.m. on December 30th.
Correct.
As you scroll down to the text
Hello,
dated
Ruckus.
12/30/22 at page 46, a text at 12:07 p.m. There's a text coming from the phone of Anna Walsh, and it includes 2 photographs, correct?
Yes.
And I believe the photographs are blurred, but based on your review, do these photographs include pictures of a female and a young child?
They did.
And the response from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh says, looking good.
That's correct.
Then immediately thereafter, I should say not immediately, but 3 minutes later, a text coming from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, and it includes another photo of if you know,
$2 from Alfie for slogging through the shit. Thank you. Hear me out. And hi, Suma.
Hi.
What about high X Derek?
Yeah,
I
fuck
think
me.
They just assume that he's,
Baba
I'm just
Gadoosh,
enjoying
you're not
this.
going to power through the last 10 minutes?
he's gone to a better place.
a female and a young child.
Correct.
And then
Right.
a text from the
How
phone
about
assigned to
you?
Anna Walsh, hanging out hard.
Correct.
If we move down to the text at 49, page 49, timestamped 1:26:49 p.m., there's a text coming from the phone assigned to Anna Walsh, and it appears to be a movie. Do you see that? It's timestamped
okay, I got you.
1:26:49 p.m.
Hold on one second, sir.
Sure.
Yes, there appears to be a movie attachment.
Okay, a movie attachment. I'm sorry.
Correct.
Should have been more clear. And then we see in the call log, Exhibit 168, at page 2, record number 20, record number 18, record number 16. They're all on page 2. We see a series of phone calls between the phones assigned to Brian Walsh and Anna Walsh. Do you see that? It's all on page 2, records 20, 18, and 16.
Yes, I see those, sir.
And then back to Exhibit 169 at the relevant time period, about an hour later, at page 50, there is a text coming from the phone assigned to Brian Walsh that contains 7 photographs, correct?
Yes.
And if you recall, and I understand that the photographs are blotted out, but if you recall, there are photographs of a woman and a boy.
Yes, sir.
So what we have here, and what you just described to the jury, is when we put all the data together from primarily 3 sources, call log, the text messages, and the data from the work you did in extracting the data from we see that all of those data, when looked at, they help frame a picture of communications about buying property and selling property, shopping for a port, trading pictures between each other, all in the time period encompassing December 25th, leading up to December 31st of 2022. Remember?
This shows communication between Brian and Ann Walsh from December 25th through December 30th. We only went to the 30th, sir.
To be fair, it shows communications between phones, data.
Yes. Text message, phone calls, communication between those 2 devices during that time period.
Trooper, you would agree with me that there's no such thing called iMessenger.
What do you mean?
Don't care.
Communication or texting act associated with it, and it's called Messenger, correct?
Facebook Messenger, correct?
It's not called iMessenger.
Not that I'm aware of, sir.
And then you're familiar with text messaging that originated with Apple, and it's referred to as iMessenger.
Yes.
It's not referred to as
He's got like 4 or 5 second pauses between these statements.
iMessenger.
Not that I'm aware of.
And it is possible, isn't it, to receive Facebook messaging posted on someone's phone from someone's Facebook account, if that person, the holder of the Facebook account, permits that person to see their Facebook Messenger communication.
Depends where you got the data from, sir.
You did not find anything on the Apple iPhone 13 mini of any Facebook Messenger postings between Anna Walsh and a person named William Fettner.
Specifically Facebook Messenger?
Yes.
Between those two? On the iPhone 13 mini? Not that I recall.
You did see, didn't you? A Facebook
Basically.
communication on that iPhone between Anna Walsh and a man named Michael Redmond
We don't know.
on December 25th of 2022.
I would have to see the document, sir.
It's going to ask you, Trooper, have you seen that in your examination of the iPhone mini? If you haven't, that's fine.
I can't tell what device this was extracted from, sir.
So it is fair to say, though, that when you examined the iPhone mini, you never saw any communication involving Anna Walsh and William Fastow, correct? On the iPhone mini.
Any communication whatsoever under
Between the two of them.
specific application? This was the iPhone 13 mini. Can you clarify? I'm not sure what you're asking.
On the iPhone mini that we've been talking about, I thought you just answered. You did not see any communications between Anna Walsh and William Fastow first, let's say, with Facebook Messenger.
Not that I recall.
And of course, one of the, well, before I ask that question, so you don't recognize it.
This what you just handed me? I can't authenticate where this came from. I don't know what device it came from. I can't speak to that.
Then this time I'll just have it marked 5.
I don't care.
All right. Thank you.
No, Chicken Shite, he's doing his classic thing where he says the iPhone right before that he brought up iMessenger, so he's constantly switching with the question. It's strategic, right? But yeah.
So
he'll case one thing as you never saw any messages between Anna and, or you never found a single research result of William Fastow on this MacBook, right? And or he'll say bring up the MacBook first. So then it sounds like, oh, you didn't even search him.
now, look, you said that my question said I don't recall if you saw communications on the iPhone mini between Anna Walsh and William Fastow using Facebook Messenger.
Correct.
You don't recall.
I don't.
Of course, in the nature of this case and the fact that you are assigned to the Norfolk County DA's office, and it would be pretty important wouldn't it, if in fact you found messaging that was between Anna Walsh and William Fastow on the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. That'd be pretty important stuff, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
And as you sit here today, and I ask you a very simple question. Did you see any Facebook Messenger messages between Anna Walsh and William Fastow? You said, I don't recall. But that'd be right. That's what you said.
Yes.
You would agree. That's pretty important. That would be pretty important evidence if you found that on that phone, wouldn't it?
Yes.
You would agree that with regards to Apple, you didn't find any iMessages appearing on the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. iMessages between Anna Walsh and William, correct?
No.
And of course, in the context of this, that would be pretty important evidence. If you found any communications, whatever form, on the phone assigned to Brian Walsh, communications between Anna Walsh and William Fastow.
Yes.
And the other thing you did not find is any evidence of deleted messages using Facebook Messenger on the iPhone. The Mint.
I would have to take a look, sir. I don't recall specifically.
Okay. But once again, that software you use, whether it be Celebrite or Magnet Gray Axiom, it's able to detect deleted materials. In fact, that's one of the forensic tools, one of the forensic reasons it's used to see if there's deletions of data that might be important to a case, correct?
Well, it all depends. The software that company has published at the time, the software the device is running. So never do they get all the data extracted from a device. So the deleted data may never be parsed out and read.
Well,
There's a lot of factors that go into that.
but if you wanted to find messages, whether they be Facebook Messenger or Apple iMessage between Anna Walsh and William Fastow, and you thought it was, as you told us, it would be very important evidence to find, you would do everything you could as a forensic digital specialist to try to find them, wouldn't you?
Well, her device was never recovered, sir.
I'm sorry?
Her device was never recovered.
I'm talking about the phone assigned to Brian Walsh.
You just said messages on her device between.
If I did, I apologize, and I might very well. Thank you for correcting me. Messages between Anna Walsh, William Fastow, appearing on the phone assigned to Brian Walsh. That would be pretty important.
Yes.
And you would do everything you could as a digital forensic specialist to try to find that, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Yeah, there are no messages between Anna and her secret lover on her husband's phone. Who the cares? Oh.
I mean, on her husband's phone, why would?
Well, so therefore he couldn't have known there was an affair if he wasn't tapping into the messages.
And
I mean, he did have access to her phone the whole time she was dead.
Right.
what's it?
You're done?
Just a minute. I think I'm finally done. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Redirect.
No, Your Honor.
No redirect.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was 3 hours.
Nothing. They couldn't think of one single thing they needed to clarify there.
Nope, no questions. We're good.
All right, so we have 1 minute of the last person testifying. I saved the medical examiner because he's holding over till Monday, so he'll just be included with day 6. But basically, this is another one of those ones where they're carrying bags of evidence back and forth, so it's almost all cut, but it's down to a minute.
Could you please state your name and spell your last name for the record?
Yes, sir. Retired Trooper Heather Sullivan, Sullivan.
I'd like to ask you some questions about January 9th of 2023. Did you have the opportunity to be involved in an investigation that initially started in Swampscott that afternoon?
Yes, sir.
Where did you respond to in Swampscott that afternoon?
330 Paradise Lane. It was an apartment complex. And
Now, trust me, Miss Jofen, he's even more annoying slower because he just wastes hours of your life.
I was called there by Norfolk County Detective Unit.
If he's boring fast.
Do you recognize this image?
Yes, sir.
Is this one of the bags, contents of the bags that you had to spread out and do further documentation of?
That was some of the contents in one of the bags, yes.
And what's this? Bless you. But you were able to enter these into the LIMS system, correct?
I entered anything that I collected, documented it, collected it, tagged it, and put it in the LIMS system.
And then he shows them all and says, that's what the number is. All right, here it's all in the LIMS system. Oh, thank God, we're done. Ah!
That was so exciting.
Sticking with us. We've got more likes than people here, so that's good enough.
You've lost your will to.
You might be live tomorrow. I don't know. This has just been draining. Hours of editing in the afternoon.
Tomorrow, Saturday.
I know. I meant with something else, but I mean, it's been draining doing 4 or 5 hours of editing every day at this point. It's just
this is so entertaining, and
I know. So, thank you, Sumo. Thank you, X-Eric, for being here. Is there anything you would like to say before we sign off and get to the Kayla song?
Kiss your finger.
Finger. Delete your archives.
Rose,
kissy face, hard eyes. Thank you for being here, chat.
Thanks,
we will see you. You're welcome. Thank you for being here. We will see you maybe this weekend. Check in the afternoon if I've scheduled something.
Okay.
Bye.
Yeah. Kayla Marie. Come on. You know you might. Little baby girl, right? Here we go. Come on. Kayla Marie. You know you are my precious baby girl. I swear I love you just so much, my little princess. My little baby girl, let's just have sex. Now listen to me, Kayla, miss. The penis wants his girlfriend now. Miss foot join up between your legs, Kay. So tell me, did you count those hairs down there yet? Or were there too many for you to count? Cause Kayla, if there are, I mean that just might be okay. As long as you promise to taste my wine. The white stuff that comes out of a grown man's penis. Tell me, Kayla, do you know what it's called? Because you have it too. It drips out of your vagina when you get excited, and I'll taste it. I wanna taste your cum, your 13-year-old cum, Kayla. Eating is what it's called when a man licks all up and down your clit. It's gonna feel oh so good for my precious little baby girl princess. I'm gonna pick you up and throw you in my white Dodge Ram and take you with me to my apartment. As soon as we get in, your clothes will come in all precious. But it's gonna be like, what the fuck? Get on the floor, Kayla. Pretty squad in this bitch for real. Pretty squad in this bitch for real. D-Mac, that's my name. I stay strapped with that razor cane. Gonna shave my Laura, babe. I thought we agreed Kayla was her name. Shut up, Lauren. This verse is mine. I know it's yours, but you're out of your mind. Cause I love the first, the baby girl is mine. Don't do this again, just chill. Here, pop one of my Medicare pills. Pretty squad in this bitch for real. Pretty squad in this bitch for real. Lord, aka son of Cord. Crucified, will and green, tell me thanks the Lord. Paid the price for your sins, really miss my dog. His name was Bud and I miss him a lot. Bitch, you know I'm with the shits. Sitting here jacking into Kayla's pics. She just so cute, you know what? I might have to go up in her butt. Not K, let's get in shade. Pretty squad in this bitch for real. Pretty squad in this bitch for real.